Okay, now we're good. We're good now. We're good. We're good. I did not even realize I didn't have sound. Okay, so as I was saying, so for the first 30 minutes of this stream is just going to be me, because Zero, my partner, will be joining us in a little bit later into the stream. Once he gets on here, we will be going ahead and playtesting different decks from the BT10. The purpose of the stream is that we're trying to solidify our selection for the BT10 tier list. So I want to make sure that the choices that we make are backed up by actual research, data, results, rather than just like, haha, dude, I feel like so-and-so deck is you know, this. Right? And so we're going to be primarily testing CrossArt, Blue Flare, Bloomlord, Sakuya, Venus Security Control, Bloomlord, DarkKnightmon, Jesmon, Minerva Loop. Am I missing anything? I think it's basically it. Bagra Army is not a real deck, frankly. Bagra Army is definitely not a real deck. Answering other questions, I think Jesmon is probably tier 1.5, maybe tier 1 if it goes really, really well, but I think realistically it's a tier 1. It's a tier 1.5 deck. I think Sakuya is probably tier 2, realistically. Probably tier 2. I do this so infrequently that I'm getting rustier than Tyrannomon. Okay, listen. I have been very busy. Very, very busy with life, okay? So, forgive me, but we are here now, and that's what matters most. We are here. And for those of you that are just joining in right now, I do just want to say that there is a role on the Huang Zero Discord where you can opt to get pinged whenever a stream does go live. So, just saying, if you do want to opt in for that, that is available to you all. I'm gonna go ahead. I should advertise this. I should do that. That's a thing. That's a thing streamers do. Streaming my preparation for the BT10 tier list. Alrighty. I'll take that. Jesmon is one of my favorite Digis, of course. Dude, I love Jesmon. Jesmon is my personal favorite Digimon, so I'm super excited to see that he has a lot of really great support going for him. Very, very excited. This will be on YouTube. This will be archived to YouTube later, so if you gotta go to bed now because of time zones, that's totally fine. Go do what you need to do, alright? Streaming. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, it is going to be saved on YouTube. Maybe. Also, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but unbeknownst to many, I really, really like Pokemon. Very much so. I don't know if you guys knew that or not about me, but I do really, really like Pokemon. And so, what did I do? I went ahead and I bought Pokemon plushies, by the way. Boop. This shit cute. I definitely bought like 17 of these things, and it was super duper worth it. It's worth every single penny, TBH. This is cute. This brings me joy. Look at this. How do you not get happy from this? And then the Milotic one's a little bit underwhelming, but it's still Milotic, so, you know, we stand. I'm a Gen 3 simp. But yeah, we have a bunch of them in the mail at the current moment. They should be here tomorrow. Digimon plushies? Digimon plushies are very hard to acquire in North America. You have to, like, import it from, like, Asia, and that is kind of annoying. So, if they have any in America, I'd be more than happy to cop. Like that, the big Demi Vmon one, I really wanted to pick that one up. Also, Digimon Nationals in Los Angeles, y'all. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. I have already started looking into my flight. I've already started looking into getting somewhere to stay for the trip. Really, really excited for the event. So if you guys are going to Nationals or in the Los Angeles area, a really good chance you guys can come say hi if you want. I'm more than happy to talk a little bit, take photos, sign something, whatever works, right? But I'm very excited. I doubt I'm going to be commentating this year. I imagine Eggman's going to be the one commentating this year. And so with that being said, there's a really, I would say like an 8 out of 10 chance that I'm probably going to be a competitor. The 2 out of 10 being I commentate somehow. But 8 out of 10, I'm probably going to be a competitor. And I would imagine, given the time frame, the format's probably going to be BT11. Which BT11 looks like a pretty fun format, not going to lie. I think if we get to it, I think if it comes down to it, I may just end up playing Bloomlord for Nationals. It might be Bloomlord. I might actually play Bloomlord. I might also play Mossdaemon, because Mossdaemon is also very, very good. Did you guys know Ordinaimon is actually insane in BT11? Fun fact. Ordinaimon is very, very good in BT11. Neo Devimon, good idea paired with Chaos Mode for Moss Day and BT10. I'm not a huge Moss Day expert. I definitely just look to my in-house Mastemon one tricks and see what they say about things. Devimon is definitely a very interesting card, I would say. If you're able to cheat it out early enough, then maybe you can put a lot of pressure onto Crossheart. I think more than anything, I think the purple deck that will give Crossheart their run for their money is going to be Minerva Loop, specifically because Psychomon is a really powerful tool against that deck, but more importantly, Minerva Loop has what I like to call the blocker loop. So with Minervamon, what you can do is during your opponent's turn, when your opponent plays a Digimon, you may play a purple level 4 lower Digimon, okay? And on play doesn't activate, sure, whatever, doesn't matter. What matters, though, is that you get to spit out a blocker. Every time they spit out a cross 4, you spit out a blocker. So you can keep blocking the cross 4 over and over and over again. And they can never game you unless they somehow remove the blocker without passing turn on lethal swing. So that alone is actually really, really cool. Yeah, Ordinaimon is... I think Ordinaimon in this current iteration in BT9 is very terrible. Very, very terrible. The reason Ordinaimon gets so much value going forward, especially in BT11, is because you have a bunch of these decks that are trying to go tall, or trying to go wide, rather. For example, Digimon's trying to expand board state, Bloomlord is trying to expand board state, the mirror matchup. Just in general, a lot of these decks are trying to expand their board very heavily, and so Ordinaimon actually gets an insane amount of value, especially when you have Mirai to help cheat out a lot of your plays. If Crossword gets hit, I think BT11 will be the best format yet. So I don't know if Cross4 will get hit, just because I think if Cross4 was going to get hit, it would have gotten hit alongside Greymon. But seeing as they didn't go ahead and do that hit, it makes me very suspicious that they will hit Cross4 at all at this point, which I think Crossheart may actually be a lot weaker in the English format than it was in the Japanese format. Of course, it'll still be a very strong deck. Most likely, it's still the best deck in the format, but it may not be as oppressive. And the reason for that is because in a best-of-3 format, well, I mean, we've seen what a best-of-3 can do to some of these decks. With a lot of Japan's results primarily being best-of-1 or very small in size, it kind of like skews data at times. And so that's why, for example, Ordinaimon came to BT5 English, and yes, it was by far the best deck in the format. Yes, it was insanely powerful, but it definitely wasn't so overwhelming that no other deck could win, because, like, for example, Green and Black had a much higher conversion rate than Ordinaimon did. Another really, really great example is Alphamon. Currently in this BT9 format, Alphamon was absolutely a menace in the Japanese format, and here in North America, Metal Garurumon was actually the best deck in the format. And obviously there's like other examples going on and whatnot, but the point is Crossheart may not be like insane about it, if you will. It'll still be very good. It just may not be like tier 0, bah! Right? Okay. I did not know that. Good Bloomlord matchup. Yeah, Ordinaimon is a board wipe versus Bloomlord. It's very, very strong. Bloomlord is pretty solid. I actually really like Bloomlord. Bloomlord is probably one of my favorite decks coming out. If you don't know my little like history, I was one of the original green players in the Digimon card game. Like back when like the card game was like in Japan, you know. Back then, green didn't have a lot going for it. This was during this iteration of green, BT2 green, right? And green was very bad because, you know, yellow got shine, blue got fast Omni Ulforce, red has fast Omni, black, it was there, purple had like Piedmon, green had Rust Tyrannomon, like it wasn't very good. And I ended up, alongside Desi, we pioneered Titamon Turbo, which was the most popular green deck in the English release as well. So I have a very long history with green. Titamon Turbo, I played a lot of Sarismon. I made top 8 at one point with Hercules Kabuterimon. I won multiple events with Hercules Kabuterimon Japanese format tournaments as well. And so Bloomlord to me is like a return to home because it's like I'm going back to my original roots. So I'm really excited. Very, very excited. Thoughts on Jesmon and BT10? I think Jesmon is going to be a tier 1.5 deck. I think the biggest thing that holds Jesmon back is it's going to be its consistency. it is it's overall a very consistent deck, don't misunderstand, but I do think that still the consistency I think will end up hurting it just because of how the white ratios interfere with your normal ratios and whatnot. So we'll see what happens there. We'll definitely see what happens there. Okay. Ordinaimon reminds me of Shine and Ceres in 1.5. It's the ultimate anti-board committalmon. Yeah, I definitely I can see that. I mean, it's like Dexmon, right? It's really good at punishing stuff. Thoughts on Gammamon? Gammamon gets really solid, very solid in EX3 with Dorbrickmon. But until you get Dorbrickmon, the deck is very mid. Dorbrickmon adds a lot of power to that deck, so I would definitely wait for that. Thoughts about Southeast Asia results? Don't they play best of 3? Southeast Asia plays best of 3, yes. But Southeast Asia, if my memory serves correctly, they had their own custom ban list for certain shops. I feel like that may have skewed certain things. So I think you have to be very picky when it comes to looking at Southeast Asian results, because you have to make sure that the shop wasn't applying the custom ban list that a lot of shops were trying to get along because Crossheart was so dominant. I also think another really big thing is Asia is, as a region in general, doesn't very often playtest prior to the set's release, or very rarely do they have like crackhead innovation, as I call it. What I mean by that is, more often than not, the craziest builds that come out of the card game, we have predominantly seen in the English format, right? Whether it's North America, Oceania, EU, whatever it may be. Right? Just in general, we do see a lot of the crackhead energy stuff, like that wild shit, come out in English iterations of the game. So it's very possible that Japan or Southeast Asia may not have found that sauce or the recipe that just cracks the code, An example of this being Chungman Blue. Chungman Blue was primarily popularized in North America, right? OT Shake's Black Toolbox BT5 did not exist in Japan, did not exist in Southeast Asia. That deck went on to go win an entire Evo Cup. And etc. There's like a lot of decks. Oh, another example. Green Hybrid in BT8. EX2 rather. Green Hybrid with Calumon and Terriermon base. Didn't exist previously. Bam. Deck is strong. Deck is strong in EX2. Right? And so on and so on. It's just a lot of examples like that. Okay. DarkKnightmon thoughts. So DarkKnightmon on paper sounds like it'll be a very strong deck because Tamer removal is like cool, PogChamp. Some of the biggest issue with DarkKnightmon is, one, your consistency is kind of shoddy compared to how Crossheart interacts and whatnot. Two, if you don't know, Nene does not allow you to Digicross from underneath Tamer, which is a little awkward. It's definitely very awkward. You are more often than not going to rely on digicrossing from hand rather than having those save pieces. So definitely do note that. And like, yes, these cards don't have save, but save is such a huge reason as to why Blue Flare and Crossheart feel so strong. It's because they have that recursion. Twilight Army does not have that recursion the same way the others do, so that's something to actually note. But I could see DarkKnightmon being very strong in the English format. Tamer removal has historically been very strong in English, so I could see that trend continuing. Also, another thing that I do see coming forward is Alphamon. The presence of Alphamon in the format actually changes a lot of things. Whether or not we have Dorugreymon, that Dorugreymon hit in our BT10 format changes a lot of things, because Alphamon was gatekeeping a lot of decks that could have been really strong, because Alphamon, it's an OTK deck, it has invulnerability, etc. Right? So Yellow, for example, might see a surge in play if Alphamon gets that hit. And just in general, maybe some other decks also come into, like Blue Flare. Blue Flare lost to Alphamon, so if Alphamon is hit in the meta, Blue Flare becomes a bit stronger. That's just an example, right? So definitely whether or not we have the Alphamon on hit on the list or not, it matters quite a bit. If you look at the best of 3 tourneys that did happen in Japan, Crossheart wasn't super oppressive. Again, I definitely do think that the best way to look about everything is to playtest on your own, playtest with good players when you can, and try to come to your own conclusions, because I definitely do think we shouldn't just rely strictly on data. We should be able to make our own conclusions as well. I can't put Huang, no, don't make the same mistake. What is the same mistake? Also, hello. Doorbrick can't put multiple level 3 gammas under it, so it's kind of meh. Hey, but you can put all the 4 gammas. Also, Ayo sub David. Alright. Very interesting. Didn't know about the Southeast Asia shops. Yeah, certain. It's not. I don't think it's all of the Southeast Asia shops, but I know it was a good handful that applied their own custom ban list. Nice to know English players are much more innovative. Yeah, I just assumed that English players like hit a crack pipe or some shit right before they started playtesting. I don't know. Is Minervamon going to be any good? Yes, Minervamon is going to be a very, very good deck. I would not be surprised if Minervamon was going to end up being a tier 1 deck. So. Bagra Army? Bagra Army is pretty terrible. It's not a real deck. It has no actual win con, and even in BT11, when you get Bagramon, it still doesn't have an actual win con. Bagramon is a better card in random purple toolbox than it is in Bagra Army. Alpha Gate keeps every yellow deck? Yeah, Alphamon definitely did a lot. Are you going back to your green, aka Roots in BT10? I'm either going to be a Jesmon main, or I'm going to be a Bloomlord main. I don't foresee myself playing a lot of Crossheart because... Well, one, I don't have a reason to actually try hard in BT10 because Nationals is either EX3 or BT11, probably BT11. And I already have my invite, so I don't have a reason to sweat for BT10, and so as a result, I'm not going to make Crossheart my main deck. Instead, I'm going to play the decks I really like. If that makes sense. DarkKnightmon's issues is how it's always going to be slow. Yeah, it is a tad slow. Do you think someone in our format is going to crack Bagramon? I doubt it. Then again, hang on. I have eaten my words in the past before. I said Black Metal Garurumon was a terrible card, and then it topped. I said D-Reaper was like a tier 3 deck in the format, and then it turned out to be like tier 1, or tier 1.5, however you want to look at it. I'm probably going to eat my words again, but I'm pretty sure Bagra Army is like unsalvageable, but if someone proves me wrong, congrats. Good shit. You did it. Any hope for yellow hybrids? With the Jet Sylphie hit, it's kind of hard to say. Although I definitely do think a Rise Greymon style of deck with Venusmon is pretty solid, I would say, especially if Alpha gets hit. They ban a few of the cards that in Japanese have only been sold as magazine or limited products. Yeah, so in Southeast Asia, those cards are banned. Like Promo Agumon, Promo Greymon, V-Tamer Tai, etc. Certain shops did their own custom ban list though, where they would I don't remember exactly what they banned, but they I know they hit Crossheart, they hit Alphamon, etc. I did try to crack Bagra by giving it a real win con in Lilith, but it was too slow and didn't draw or dig hard enough to enable the loop. Yeah, for sure, definitely for sure. We tried. It's not like people didn't try. It's just. So only so much you can do. Big respect for admitting you were wrong on Black Melga and D-Reaper. I do think overall you have very good track record with your predictions. Yeah, I think the biggest thing about my predictions is a lot of it is made primarily on my experience with decks in their Japanese iterations and not with their English iterations. That's why I always make my tier list prior to the set release, if you notice. So that's before any super duper heavy testing. A lot of the tier lists are based off my own previous Japanese experience, as well as a collective group of my mods. It's based on a lot of theory. So it's not like the tier lists are based on nothing or like thin air or shit like that. Like that's not it whatsoever. It's just a lot of the time English players again hit the fucking crack pipe and they're just like, yo, this is kind of good actually, and I'm like, yo, you right, that's fucking nuts. So again, I have been wrong in the past. Thank you. I like to think I have a solid track record overall, but yeah, I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong for sure. I need a tutorial on how to make proxies. I think there's a website that lets you make proxies, but I myself am a stranger on that subject, so I cannot help you unfortunately. Honestly, hit Sunrise for Crossheart. Hitting Cross4 is too much. So I think the biggest thing that we have to consider is the fact that, yes, if you hit Sunrise, Crossheart becomes a lot more manageable. I agree. One of the decks that actually becomes a very good answer to Crossheart if you hit a Sunrise Buster is Magnamon X. Because Magnamon X is then able to literally eat up every single Cross 4, Cross 5 hit. And that's really fantastic. But it's not very feasible if Sunrise Buster is just going to shoot you out of the water. So I do agree that if you hit Sunrise Buster, you definitely do open up a lot of counterplay. I would say arguably hitting Cross 4 may be necessary depending on the dominance of Crossheart in the English format, only because getting Cross 4 looped feels terrible. It's very uninteractive. Because you don't know when it's going to happen. So unlike like BT9 OTK kind of decks, you can tell when you're going to get randomly OTK'd. Like, you can literally see it. Right? Because you're like, oh, he has a stack and raising, he has a setup, cool. Crossheart looping on you is like, oh, they have 6 cards in hand? Oh, that's one Cross 4. Oh, they drew 2 cards. Oh, they drew one off of Angie. Oh, there's another Cross 4. Oh, whoa! And you're just like, okay, I guess. Cool. And you just don't see it coming. And that's kind of frustrating. Do you think we'll get security rookies before Nationals? Yes. If I had to take a guess, we're going to get security rookies in the Jesmon and Ragnarlord starter deck. That's my guess. That is my guess. English don't have security promos? Yeah, not yet. I just did 5 Digicrosses at Crossheart in 1 turn in BT11. Yeah, like you just literally don't see it coming sometimes. You're just like, okay, cool. Alright. We seriously need those for DarkKnightmon. No security Dorumon, no happy security checks. I definitely do think DarkKnightmon has maybe some potential in the English format. I just don't know how you would go about it. Definitely I need somebody like OT Shake to like come on and be like, yeah, dude, this is how we're cracking it, and like you know, do some Chemical X shit. Okay. Let's see. Let's go strongest wizard here. This is my favorite time of the year. Hell yeah, dude. I love my streams too. Crossheart really doesn't need Sunrise once BT11 comes out. Yeah, that's fair because you have Cross 7 as removal. Cross 4 is definitely the problem card, and hitting Buster hurts other yellow and red decks. I don't think it hurts red decks as much, mostly because red decks have access to other forms of removal. It definitely probably hurts yellow decks, specifically like security Venus style of decks and whatnot, and I guess Sakuya. So it's definitely a bigger hit to yellow than anything else, but still, it is a very efficient card for what it does. Hey, what's up, Tasty? Am I wrong to think that Bloom is going to be a top 2 to 3 deck in Tier 1? The deck is pretty disgusting, especially with Digisorption. So I think Bloomlord is tied for the best deck in the format in EX3. I think it's hands down tied for best deck in the format in EX3. Just because that's how fucking disgusting Hydramon is, that's how disgusting Pomumon is, etc. Those cards are gross. In BT10, I think my biggest gripe with the deck is I think Dexmon feels a lot worse to play into. Dexmon feels a lot worse to play into, primarily because you can't just end board on Hydramon and like kind of like sit there like haha, that's cool. Ending board on Bloomlord doesn't feel nearly as good as ending board on Hydra. I do think one tech I really do want to see is the BT4 Lotusmon tech. And the reason for that is because, yes, while it does hurt you, more importantly, this shuts off Cross 4, because Cross 4 is a level 4. Haha, surprise. So by doing so, you can just tap the Cross 4 when they play it out, and you just shut off a lot of their plays. So I actually think this Lotusmon might salvage some Bloomlord. And I don't think we saw a lot of this card in Japan. Also, Lotusmon is a fairy, so you can grab it off of the Palmon, and then still grab a vegetation component. So definitely I would investigate the Lotusmon tech. But I do think, realistically, top 3 decks in BT10 for English are going to be Crossheart, Metal Garurumon, and then if Alphamon is not hit, it's Alphamon. If Alphamon is hit, Minerva Loop. Probably Minerva Loop, I would say. That's my prediction. Okay. Let's see. Cross 4 and a cross 4 and a cross 4 and a cross 4 and a cross 3 to cross 7. Yeah, that's gross. Don't do that, Huang. Don't give me hope. Also, we didn't get them in the starters. So, we didn't get it in the Japanese starters. That is correct. It was a magazine promo for them. But similarly, V-Tamer and promo, Agumon and all of them were a magazine promo in Japan. But we got them in our box toppers. So, at this point, who knows what Japan wants to do? Or who knows what English wants to do? They kind of just do what they want to do. Like, the Gamamon starter deck is literally just a box topper for BT10. So, you know, case in point, right? Those come with Alt-Art Tamer reprints. Is that what it is? It's confirmed Alt-Art Tamer reprints? Okay. If that is the case, EX3 box topper. Woo, that's my guess. Okay. Are we talking about Mega Man X? No, what? Yes, you are correct. I forgot about the Alt-Art Tamers. That is completely my bad. Bloomlord is very solid in EX3. BT10, it lacks the Pomamon. I think the Pomamon is a huge difference maker. I agree. It's a really fantastic way to tap your opponent's stuff. I do think it is tied for best deck in EX3, though. I think Bloomlord and Crossheart are tied for best deck. Let's see. I've been waiting for this stream. I have too, my friend. What the fuck, streaming on YouTube? So the reason we're streaming on YouTube is because I realized being able to archive my streams is such a huge benefit for viewers, and so we're just gonna do that instead. We don't make as much money on YouTube, which we weren't making a lot on Twitch either way, but I would rather you guys be able to rewatch a stream than me get like 30 bucks, so it is what it is. Battle Network are the best Mega Man games? Facts! Battle Network Collection, when that drops, your boy is playing it. I'm gonna disappear for like a week. BT4 Lotusmon is disgustingly underplayed along with Argomon. Do you have to play Argomon if you have Lotusmon, though? I don't know. You might be able to just get away with one or the other. I don't understand how you felt when Savior got hit. It do be what it be. You don't put Blue Flare in top 3. So the reason why I don't put Blue Flare in top 3, Blue Flare is bad into Crossheart, and Blue Flare is bad into BT9 style of decks. So Blue Flare will casually just lose to Metal Garurumon, it'll lose to Grandis, it'll lose to like just OTK decks in general. And versus Crossheart, you swing cross 4 and then you break up your cross 4 and you go, I have no Digimon for you to stun. Ooh! And they're like, ah! Surprise Pikachu face. Let's see. I think Bloomlord, Minerva, Loop, and Imperial are all super good next set. Yeah, I don't disagree. I think Bloomlord is good. I think Minerva is good. Imperial is probably really good too. I don't like doubt any of that. Yeah, I don't disagree. I think the biggest thing that stops Bloomlord from being like guaranteed 1.5 in my book personally is just Dexmon. It is really strong. Because with EX3, you can end your turn on Bloomlord and just like, or not Bloomlord, Hydramon. You can end turn on Hydramon and kind of like chill on that. You kind of can't replicate that in BT10. It's definitely at least a lot harder to do so. So I definitely think Dexmon does feel a little bit worse. That's how I see it. Okay, I already answered the question about Blue Flare. Do you think Metal Garurumon is better than Blue Flare? Yes, I think Metal Garurumon is better than Blue Flare. Yes. I think Metal Garurumon being so interactive and just casually OTKing you on turn 2-3 is just so dumb. Security Digimon and Just Ragna? No, I remember they're doing Alt-Art Tamers, so I was wrong about that one. Can you explain Minerva Loop a bit? Not familiar with that deck. Okay, so the entire crux of the deck. Whoopsie. Minerva. Oh, give me a sec, y'all. Okay. So we have Minervamon, Revive from Darkness. We have Serve. Okay. So, step 1. You have a Minervamon. Okay. So Minervamon, on deletion, if your opponent has 2 or less Digimon in play, you may play 1 purple level 5 or lower purple Digimon, or 1 Minervamon from your trash. Okay, and you're like, okay, why does that matter? Number 1, the Digimon you play off the on deletion activates its on play. Very, very important. So we cast Revive from the Darkness. This will pop the Minervamon, and that'll let you spit out a level 5. The level 5 does not activate their own play. What matters is Revive from the Darkness will resolve before Minervamon. So you go ahead, you Revive from the Darkness, you go ahead and revive the Cerberusmon, because we don't care about the on-play. So we revive the Cerberusmon, and then Minervamon resolves. Minervamon is going ahead and play out the Werewolf mode, whose on-play activates, which will then eat up the Cerberusmon you summoned from the Revive from the Darkness. And so it is a casual +5 memory. That's how the combo works. And you just do that over and over and over again. It's like, wow! And then, of course, you have like Jack Raids and stuff like that, too. You can casually just throw in. Just got here. Did you miss a lot? No, you did not miss much. We're just talking about like BT10 stuff. Star Force was the best Mega Man anime out of the one Mega Man anime I watch. I think Battle Network is the best, but I digress. Still, kick W. Let me see. I think you undervalue Minerva Loop. No, I think Minerva Loop is very good. I think it's tier 1. Don't misunderstand me or anything. I think Minerva Loop is very, very good. I just like Minerva Loop is the 3rd best deck in the format, assuming Alpha is hit. I think at minimum, it's the 4th best deck in the format. I could see an argument very easily being made for Minervamon, for Minerva Loop being 2nd or 3rd best deck in the format. Even for maybe even like best deck in the format if you're good, if you're like skilled enough at it, right? I definitely could see an argument for it. I think realistically speaking, come to English format, I think top tier 1 in general is probably just going to be a toss-up because Minerva Loop has a very good not very good, but has like a pretty solid matchup into Crossheart, and I definitely do think that in a best of 3 setting you might be able to capitalize on that. So no, I don't think I'm underestimating Minerva Loop. I just think it all just depends on how Alphamon gets hit or not. Let's see. Card game nerds love Battle Network. Dude, we love Battle Network. Love that shit. Blue Flare isn't too bad against Crossheart. It's, I think, 60-40 Crossheart favor. That's how I see it. 60-40. I don't think Crossheart is a high roll deck. I disagree with that. I think Crossheart has access to enough consistency tools to where you don't treat it like a high roll deck. Like, yes, you can get high rolled, but even Crossheart on a mid roll is still very strong. I think. Did Blue Hybrid lose to Cross 4 before the hit? I think the biggest thing is that you just break up the Cross 4. You break the Cross 4, there's nothing to stun. It feels really bad. The matchup does get a little bit in your favor. Not in your favor, but rather it gets a bit salvaged once you acquire Sorai, because the Sorai is able to just strip the Cross 4 before they're able to break the piece. So then you get rid of all their material. So I think the Sorai is actually a really big buff to the deck once it's acquired. Maste is probably a very solid contender in BT10. I think it's realistic, like 1.5 tier 2, maybe. Crossheart relies on seeing both Taiki and Cross 4s. Anything else that just play out is basically just a loss to them. While that is true, you can literally make the same argument for Alphamon loses if you don't see Dora Greymon, Metal Garurumon loses if you don't see the War Garurumon promo, etc., etc. What matters the most is how much access or how much digging you have to find those cards, and similarly how Metal Garurumon has Blue Memory Boost or Davis, and Alphamon has the Dorumon plus the what's his name, Coda. Crossheart has Taiki, Crossheart has Shotwan, and Pyrosphere, etc. You have a lot of ways to dig. Will people splash decks into Crossheart? 100%. 100%. How is Black War Greymon into Bloomlord? BT10, right? If we're talking strictly BT10, that's a very interesting question. I don't know how it would go. In EX3, I could see it being difficult for Black War Greymon, but without Hydramon, Might be doable. Could be Black War Greymon favor. The Tamer removal doesn't hurt Bloomlord though. Tamer removal does feel pretty good in a Crossheart though. So Black War Greymon may perform a lot better in English than it did in JP. Purely off virtue of best of 3. Stopping by to drop a like. Don't have today free, but I'll catch the VOD for sure. Let's go. Black War Greymon loses all of its shit even if it gets built in the first place. No, I definitely think Black War Greymon potentially has a fair shot. I don't think we should sleep on Black War Greymon. I think that deck actually has a bit of potential going for it. Okay. +2 after Evo. World's most complicated blinding. Yeah. It do be that way. Ying is probably going to top a Minerva loop multiple times. Probably get first with it a few of those times. I don't know how much Ying is going to compete in BT10. Maybe like 1 or 2, but I think the Ying has recently started school. He's taking coding classes, so Ying is a bit preoccupied, so that may keep him from actually participating in a lot of larger scale tournaments. Similarly, I'm still in my master's program, which, sidebar, y'all, I graduate my master's program in spring 2023. So, yay! Woo! But yeah, no, I do think Minerva loop is very good. Again, do not misinterpret. Don't misinterpret Rusty. I swear, I know it's a good deck. Please. Okay. Ordinaimon is still going to be the best deck in the format. Keck W, XD. Ordinaimon Sakuya, baby, part 3. Are we talking about BT10 with Greymon at 1 or 4? Both. We are considering both scenarios. How is Bond of Friendship doing in BT10? I mean, I think the biggest issue with Bond of Friendship is that if you burn yourself for 2, you randomly just open yourself up to lethal versus Crossheart, and that's kind of scary. That's like terrifying, actually. I don't know if I feel comfortable with that. Alphamon comparison isn't really accurate. Digivolving decks are weaker with other level 5s, but Alphamon power comes with its other various pieces. No, I, again, disagree. I think Alphamon as a deck feels pretty mid without Greymon. I think if you don't see your Greymon, the deck kind of feels like a very tier 2, tier 3-ish deck, I would say. Like, I don't think Alphamon is very strong if you hit Greymon a 1. Black War Greymon is nuts. Even in BT10, even BT9, it's underrepresented. I agree to an extent. I definitely do think Black War Greymon is a very slept-on deck. I think it can do a lot better for itself. I think BT9, it's tier 2 purely off of virtue of just speed and whatnot. I think in BT10, however, where the format does slow down a little bit, we're not focusing on OTK as much, and Tamer becomes a lot bigger of a thing because of Blue Flare and Crossheart. I definitely do think Black War Greymon can thrive a bit more. Let me see. I'm waiting for I'm waiting for Zero to be like, hey, add me to the call, and I'll be like, okie dokie, artichoke. Let's see. I playtested a fair amount against Crossheart and Bloom. Did well unless they got their Tamer out early and climbed fast. It do be what it be. Oh god, we said to learn to code, but not like this. Yeah, Ying is taking coding classes, which, again, congrats to him. I'm really happy for him. I know he's been trying to get into classes since Philadelphia, so I'm really happy for him. I hope that nothing but like the best of luck for him. Against non-blue decks, it's not too bad for them to be playing the level 3 and level 4s out instead of cross 4, but if they play cross 5 too early or cross 4 and pass turn, they can be bounced and just hard brick. That sounds like a player gap to me. Masters in what? I'm getting my master's in hospital or healthcare administration. So originally I considered going to med school, and I was just like, no, I'm way too lazy to do med school. I'm like way too lazy to do that shit, because I do not want to commit like my entire day to studying. So instead, my roommate's here. Yo, what's up?
I just spent like the last hour designing my city in New Century, and my phone died, so it didn't save.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Rest in peace.
Just sharing my grievances.
Why didn't you charge your phone?
I didn't know it was dying. Because it's been 20% since we went to the gym.
Rest in peace, dude.
Right,
Rip. Yeah, thanks, buddy. So what just happened? Okay, so we played the Chinese Digimon gacha game, Digimon New Century. And he was designing his city for an hour, and then his phone died. So it didn't save progress. Yikers! Okay. Yeah. So I was like, oh, I don't want to be a doctor. That's too much work. So instead, the second best option was I'm going to be the boss of the doctors. That's my alternative. Blue hybrid counters cross? Probably not. Probably not. I mean, if you rip a Tommy out of security, yes. At that point, yeah. But Tommy's at 1, so I don't know how likely that is. Ragna best deck? No. Ragna not best deck. It hits a Greymon, also hits Dex Gray, so it really fucks with your level 5 lineup plan. That is very true. That's very true. Yeah, that Greymon hit is actually very significant. I agree. Where does Rise Hybrid stand? I'm having so much fun with it. I don't want to give it up. Looking at Sakuya top end, maybe Venusmon top end. I think Rise Hybrid with Venus top end is probably, we're looking at like tier 1.5. I would say tier 1.5 high, or it's either tier 1.5 or very high tier 2. I would say that's without like extensively testing. For the record, like don't crucify me, but that's just where we are now. Let me double check. Okay, wait. Crossword is end of attack, right? Just double checking something. Ah, it is. Okay, so Venusmon can't stop Crossword. Okay, cool. Solarmon for Crossheart, Crimson Blade for the Minerva. I feel like red yellow control decks can snipe more wins than a decent deck around those cards. So Solarmon, yes, it is a deterrent against Crossheart. Yes, it is for sure. The biggest thing to consider, however, is how much access to removal they have for the Solarmon. They have their own Crimson, they have Dorulumon, Dexmon, or they could Fireball. So they do have quite a few ways to get rid of the Solarmon. It's not exactly the worst thing in the world for them, I would say. And Crimson Blaze for Minerva is pretty good. It do be pretty good. It is pretty good. Okay. I need to get some water, y'all. My throat fucking hurts. How do you feel if Jesmon is in BT10 now that Yellow Hybrid is gone? I think Jesmon is, again, at worst, it's like tier 1.5. At worst. The deck is very good. Take that as you will. Tommy should have never been hit. I think Sora Joe should have been hit over Tommy, but like, a hit is a hit, I guess. I'll take it. But again, I think Sora Joe should have been the hit card, because Sora Joe is the thing enabling all the plays, not Tommy. If you hit Sora Joe, Tommy loses a lot of its long-term value. Since Miko mode can play Sunrise, the amount of Tamers Rise X Miko can play is insane. Yeah, I agree. I think Miko mode and Venusmon are very fantastic additions for yellow hybrid style of decks. I 100% agree. How many decks are you probably going to build for BT10? Are you going to build all of them from your case? I do not buy a case. I am not buying a case for BT10. I am, however, probably building every single deck. Like, I don't know. I love this game so much, and I love Digimon as a franchise so much. I kind of just build every single deck in the game, like in the format regardless. I think the only deck I didn't build is Bellstar, and that's because Bellstar is 4 secret rares, and I did not want to pick that up. That's like the only reason why I didn't do it. And also, Bellstar is not my playstyle. I oftentimes do not play control tempo like decks like Bellstar. This is the playstyle of Bellstar. I can't because like you if I say it's a control deck, people are like, no, it's a tempo deck because you nailbone spam. And if I say it's a tempo deck, people are like, no, it's a control deck, you fly bullet spam. So I'm just gonna the way Bellstar plays is not my alley. Not up my alley. How do Crossheart and Minervamon beat Big Black Blocker? Crossheart. What gives Big Black Blocker DPE immunity? Let me ask that first before I answer this question. If I get that answer, I can give you an answer. DarkKnightmon thoughts. it's probably like high tier 2 at worst, tier 1.5 realistically. Tamer removal feels really good, but the issue with that is that it can be very slow to start up and it can be a little clunky. Nene doesn't have the ability to digicross from underneath Tamers, and your pieces don't have save, which hurts them a lot. So that is two very big cons to the deck, I would say. So keep that in mind. But I do think Tamer removal is pretty great. Alright. Wait. Okay. Big black blockers can block once. Crossheart is swinging like 10 times. Breath. Ganku X. Well, I mean, yeah. I know Breath and I know Ganku X, right? But those are all only 1 turn DP reduction prevention. Unless you like start chaining it every single turn, in which case like go crazy. The biggest thing about it is it depends on how many cards are in Crossheart's hand, because potentially they could just like chain link a bunch of cross 4s and just like hit you. And like, yes, they don't get the Tamer restand, and yes, they don't save all their pieces, but like still it's potentially like they can just like rip you out another one anyway, which I do think potentially there is something there. And how Minerva Loop would go about beating Big Black Blocker. I mean, I feel like you just like generate so much value that you just out-tempo them, right? There are just not enough blocks to do, I feel like, right? I think DarkKnightmon X doesn't need save since all your level 5s and DarkKnightmon revive other pieces from their trash or their own sources. Yes, I do think that is a very great pro for the deck. I do agree. I just think that in general, I think the deck can be slow at times, and having save would have been really fantastic. Because you imagine like both save and a revive, like that'd be pretty solid. I would like that. Big Bad Blockers lose to itself with bricking, getting popped by Sunrise, just way too slow overall. Yeah, I don't know. I would have to test it. I'm not opposed though. Ganku X gives DP protection, and by extension, you have Jess GX in the deck. Again, it is 1 turn of DP reduction protection, so I think that's something to be considered. Does it feel like there's no counterplay to Crossheart? No, I think there is counterplay. I think if Sunrise gets hit, I think a great answer is going to be Magnamon X. I think Magnamon X is a really great answer to Crossheart. I think, I talked about this a little bit earlier, I think BT4 Lotusmon is also a very excellent answer to Crossheart. There's a lot of answers to Crossheart. It all just depends on Sunrise Buster. Because Sunrise Buster is the biggest, like, fuck you to these cards, because it just snipes them. Like Crossheart as a deck struggles to remove Tall outside of Sunrise Buster. So if they don't have Sunrise Buster, they probably are going to struggle a little bit, I would definitely say. Minerva Loop, you either go faster than them or go wider. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. You just go wide or go too fast. That's definitely how I see it as well. Okay, I am going to grab water very quickly. Please, don't leave, everyone. Please. What is up, gamers? Okay. Machine Digimon best counter to Crossheart. Let's go. I mean, one sec. Okay, so there is one issue with this. Crossheart can play Mega Death. Like, unironically play Mega Death. Or they could play, Grande Soul. They can also play Grand del Sol as well. Grand del Sol? Yeah, so this is also another out to Machinedramon. I do agree, if they don't have any of that, then low-key, yeah, like maybe. But they do have ways to tech in and out, so just heads up. Heads up. Okay. Do you think Ordinaimon will be hit to 1 during the BT10 format? I mean, yes, but also, I don't know. Bandai's weird sometimes. What is Bandai waiting for to limit Sunrise? I don't know. Maybe they're hoping EX3 or BT11 tone down Crossheart. I don't know. Which is funny because they gave Crossheart support. Which, to be fair, that new Crossheart support plays very differently from the previous iterations of Crossheart. So they're actually like 2 different decks, to be fair. Going wide will get punished by Death X. I mean, yeah. That do be it. Unless, of course, like, you just spit out, like, 3 Psychmons and you go, like, ah! Get fucked. Big hype for Jesmon coming back. Yes! Jesmon come back, baby! Woo! Let's go! Okay. Bagra Army, best deck, let's go? No. Sorry, no. No, siree. Nope. Machinedramon versus Crossheart is funny with Analog Man. I mean, yeah, if we were able to get there. Are you gonna be deck building today? Yeah, we will be deck building today. I'm just waiting for my partner to get online. He is currently at the gym, so whenever he gets here, we will start. Machinedramon with starter black tie might be good. I mean, I could see it as long as they don't have a card that outs Machinedra, like Grand del Sol or Megadeth. Yeah, I can see it. BC11 was given a fuck you cross players archetype that they clearly know, straight up a Wargreymon with a AK-12. So I think the biggest thing that's to note, okay, it's a whole fucking thing actually. If you noticed, guys, there's a lot of blockers in BT11. Like okay, the Phoenixmon line is a blocker, which it's not a good deck, but still it has blockers. Okay, that's the point we're trying to make here. That has blocker. I think Rena gives Ulforce blocker, right? I know it's Evade. Yeah, Rena gives Ulforce blocker. Okay, so that's 2 blocker decks, right? Anja Woman gives Maste blocker, so 3 blocker decks, right? Fucking... Is any of this blocker? No? I mean, it's green. You're playing Bloomlord, so like Cherrymon exists, so like, you know, like, so blocker-ish. Black Wargreymon, 4. Purple... Same like thing as Maste. Point is, that's a lot of deck with blockers, right? And blocker is a very great answer to Crossheart. So I think just in general, I think Bandai is trying to put blocker back into the format. Oh, Analog Man. 5. Okay. Will Ancient Greymon be strong in the BT10 format? Probably. Probably. I mean, like, I don't see it being bad all of a sudden. Which, sidebar, do you know who came up with Ancient Greymon in the first place? Outside of, like, okay, popularized it anyway? Me and Chungman! And then, like, it exploded in popularity, which is cool. I'm actually really excited to see that deck. In BT10, though, I don't think anything changes super much for it. I think it's fine. I think it's like high tier 2, tier 1.5 probably. It is what it is. Jesmon, don't call it a comeback because I was never here. Facts. Facts. Can you give me a sales pitch for Jesmon as the 2nd best deck in the format? Alright. Why Jesmon is the 2nd best deck in the format. Okay. This is not my belief, by the way. I don't actually think this. I don't actually think Jesmon is the 2nd best deck in the format, but I was requested to give a very solid, like, reasoning for it. So we're going to do that, okay? So, one of the biggest things about Jesmon is, A, Blitz. This Blitz goes super fucking hard. Not only is the Blitz going hard, but you're also spinning out a ton of bodies. You're usually ending your turn on, like, 3 to 4 Sistermons, which is really, really strong. And now, you may also be like, Oh, okay, so then what if you play in a Dexmon? Okay, and that's cool and everything. But guess what, nerds? Kerchow! Boo! We have Decoy! We'll eat up that Dexmon proc. Kerchow! Okay. So that's great. that's like great and everything. Okay, so we have Decoy, so we can actually play around Dexmon. Not only that, but you actually have access to Solarmon as well to also stop the Dexmon proc. So that's really, really great. Anyway, so aside from that, what else does Jesmon have besides fantastic blitz, security plus pressure? Well, X Antibody is a really fantastic card. So not only is that spitting out additional sister mons, that also gives you the ability to swing into unsuspended things, like Mother D Reaper, for example, which I think Mother D Reaper is like probably a tier 1.5 deck. I think it's actually really good. Mother D Reaper should realistically have a good matchup into Crossheart, but not in the Jesmon, because you have built-in Judgment of the Blade. Kerchow! That's what I'm talking about, baby. And then you're like, oh, that's pretty cool. What else do you got? Well, my friend. First off, Sistermon Blanc. What's that? Discard 1, draw 2, but your cards revive shit from the trash? Bam! Wombo combo. Oh my god, that's so crazy. Whoa! Sistermon CL allows you to check top 3 and add a piece and gives reboot. Ha! Whoa, dude. Oh, what's that? From Master to Disciple, 2 costs, search your deck, fills your trash with them sister mons, haha, and then the delay effect is stonks. That's nuts. Alright, and then what else is going for us? Damn, does Savior Hackmon gave us the Judgment of the Blade? Cray cray. Does it let us play a sister? Crazy. Does Jesmon GX casually deal like 4 to 5 damage with Blitz, Piercing, Block, and Security Attack +1? Yes, sir! That's all I got. That's all I got. That's all I got. I joke on Bunker Army the best deck because I have a good time against Crossheart with it so far. Hey yo, fuck it, man. If you make Bunker Army work against Crossheart, fuck it, roll with it. Yaga Yi. Why did I get texted? Okay. 3 Psychmon are getting countered by 1 Crimson Blaze for a cost of 3. Yeah, it do be like that. All right, fine. 1 Psychmon, 2 Psychmon, not 3 Psychmon. Probably, honestly, like 2 is enough. I don't know. Either way. Wait, what was this even for again? Why are we spitting out Psychmons? Oh, against Dexmon, right. I mean, if they have it, they have it. But, like, also, you could probably, like, math it out to the point where, like, you're probably okay in either front. The biggest thing about the Crossheart deck, if you notice, is they don't play a lot of Memory Tamers. They're probably playing, like, on average, like, 2 ties. They're playing, like, 1 or 2 Kiriha. So, realistically speaking, they're probably going to be at a very low memory interval, which means that if they Crimson Blaze or Dexmon, they're probably going to pass turn anyway. And if you Psychmon, they can't Dexmon. So, you force the Crimson Blaze out, and unless the Crimson Blaze costs 1, they're probably passing turn. And if they pass turn on the Crimson Blaze, like, okay, that's cool. You just go about your day. I really think Black Wargreymon is probably a good pick next format. Just keep blowing up the red cross tamer. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think Black Wargreymon could be very, very good in the format. I do not disagree. Let's see. Minerva is a blocker. Is Minerva really a blocker? That's sick. That's crazy. 6 blockers. They're really printing that Crossheart hate to get it out of the meta. I don't even think they're going to get it out of the meta. But I do think it's very interesting the way they're going about it. Ancient Greymon can always be good if it high rolls. I mean, yeah, fuck it, bro. I think anything can be good if it high rolls. I think the larger card pool each subsequent format is allowing for more and more valuable decks and giving us much more deck diversity. I agree. Overall, Digimon is pretty well designed for the most part. I think Crossheart in the Japanese iteration was kind of a fumble on their end. But like outside of that, I think for the most part, the design is pretty good. Huang gave us a pitch as Jesmon as second worst deck in the format, so I can get the GX for cheap. All right. Jesmon is second worst deck in the format instead. Why the fuck would you play this dog shit fucking deck? First of all, your ratios are super skewed because you have to sacrifice all your ratios for these goddamn Sistermon, these white ass looking mother. Wait, no, that's bad. Wait, hold up. I didn't mean it that way. These white Digimon taking up your ratios are harming the consistency of your deck. Okay, that is how I meant it. I didn't mean it the other way. Just hold up. Don't cancel me, guys. Not only that, but Jesmon GX can sometimes be a brick, because unless you have the full combo going on for yourself, Jesmon GX can actually be a hit or a miss. Sometimes it just clogs your hand and it feels really bad because that could have been a different combo piece. Sometimes for Master Disciple, the one reduced by 1 cost is cool and everything, but sometimes that's not enough, and sometimes you still pass the turn anyway. I think one of the biggest things is that the deck, while yes, it's pretty cool, one of the things that goes about it is your memory chamber of choice is generally going to be Tai Kamiya, just because it has so much synergy with the deck, being able to give you the +1 security attack. But however, if you do play the Tai Kamiya, then you are now a sitting duck for Venusmon. Because Venusmon will then suddenly apply her special effect to where if you have any plus or minus security attack, then you lose your when attacking or when digivolving effect, which turns off a lot of your Jesmon plays. So that's also a very unfortunate deterrent. And then finally, the last cherry on top on why the Jesmon deck is the second worst deck in the format, not actually my opinion, but I'm just doing it for chat's sake, is the fact that Sistermon Block is a discard 1, draw 2. Why isn't it draw 3? You ever really ask these questions? Why does Eismon draw 2 first and then discard? Why do we have to discard first? There you have it. Living the Copion thinks it was great. Hell yeah, dude. If you make Bagra Army work at all, you're a genius. That's a lot. Crossheart hate? Nah, Crossheart in BT11 is stronger than ever. I think Crossheart in BT11 is probably a healthier iteration of the deck, just because everything else feels a little bit stronger. But again, I have to playtest it, so we'll see what happens. I haven't spent a lot of time in BT11 yet. Cross War is the only problem card. If it was at 1, then both BT10 and EX3 would be the best formats in the game yet. I agree. I think EX3 would be amazing. Yeah, I think EX3 would be amazing if Crossheart was hit, for sure. I think BT10 would also be very good. I have a no banless tournament in a week. What should I play? Metal Garurumon or Alphamon? Let's see. Eismon needs to die. Purple Privilege. It actually is Purple Privilege. It is Purple Privilege. Because Royal Knights would be too strong. Man, Royal Knights, more like schmuck kites. I got him. I'm a fucking genius. I'm a whole ass genius. But yeah, it is probably to like stop generic use and whatnot. I would imagine. So. But still, it would have been nice to have the draw 2 and then to discard 1 in that order. It's 1 a.m. for you, Zonda. Go to bed, bro. Why are you watching at fucking DigiTube, bro, at 1 a.m.? I mean, like, instead of watching Huang Zero, you could be watching JoJo Part 6, Part 2, Stone Ocean. Just saying. Which, I still need to finish that, by the way. No banless play blue hybrid MDF Susanoo Turbo? True. Actually, very true. No, Tessero is right. No, you play MDF Turbo. No, he's 100% right. You casually OTK your opponent on turn 2. No, like, it's actually no cap. No cap. Play loop and no banless, you get 4 eyes and MDF, man. You can't lose. No, they just play Susanoo Turbo. I agree. Susanoo Turbo is probably the worst deck to ever touch this game. That deck was not okay. Like I can cope just about anything else. Susanoo Turbo was not okay. Like, that was the worst. Actually the worst. Okay. Yggdrasil, White Egg, and Royal Knight Megazoo win? I mean, do you guys remember when Oceania had the Royal Knight Megazoo? That shit was pretty sick. That was like hella sick nasty. Okay. I stay up at 2 a.m. to catch reveals. Ayo, no more reveals to catch. Except for tonight, I guess. So I guess you're staying up until 2 a.m. I think Yellow Purple Megazoo potentially has legs next set without easily can go into Ordinaimon. I don't think Ordinaimon is very good in BT10 though is the issue. Like, yes, you hit Bloomlord, but what else are you really hitting? Like, I don't think it's very potent versus Cross Heart because they're just gonna save everything. I don't think it's very potent versus Blue Flare because again, they could kind of just save everything. What are you really hitting? Sounds like just a lot of work to hit like single stack decks. Don't think that's worth it. Do not think it's worth. So I'm gonna say Ordine is still cope. It's cope until at least BT11 where you have Mirai, I think. But that's just how I see it. I don't know. Don't we have 7 cards left? Is it 7 cards left? I just saw people saying today was the last day. I actually don't know how many cards we have left. I know. Oh no, Black has cards left, right? We have the last secret rare, and we have like some black cards left. I think. The last green card was Titamon. Okay. Prediction. You guys ready to hear this? So, you call me crazy for this one. You call me like a whole conspiracist for this. So if you guys noticed, we got a lot of Digimon World 3 support. A lot of Digimon World 3 support in this set, right? We got the Bearmon references, the Marsmon. We got where is he? We got Monmon, right? We got Monmon in this. So we've gotten a fair amount of DW3 references, okay? And so I was thinking, I was like, okay, interesting, because we've had DW3 references for a couple of sets now. Because it's not only this set, it also was in BT10. With example, where is it? Frickin' Canadramon, right? Canadramon. We got Armormon in BT10 as well. Yeah, Assaultmon, if you will. Again, DW3. Did we get? And then yeah, okay. So, and then Hookmon is black blue, and Canadramon is black blue. So it's probably intended to go together. So my theory, not only because I'm wearing a Digimon World 3 shirt, I think the secret rare is Galactimon. I do think the secret rare is Galactimon, just because I feel like it's just leading up to it. I'm like 30% confident in this theory. 30%? But like, how sick would that be? Now, if we did get Galactimon, however, I think it would play like, what the fuck? It would play like D-Reaper or Eosmon, where you just have like a bunch of Vemmons, and you're just like, Vemmon! That's my guess. Okay. Let's see. Crossheart is just going to ignore you and win. It will be what it be. There's a white option. Okay, cool. Bagra Army Twilight Secret Dual Rare Tamer for purple black. I mean, I don't think we're getting high rarity Tamers until BT11. That just seems like the trend. Oh wait, no, we're in BT11. Duh. Wait, that's a stupid. I just said something stupid. But also no, because Nene quit. Like Twilight Army dissolves in the second half of Crossheart, so I don't think we would get a dual tamer. What do you think about Anjouwomon Ophanimon? Are we talking about like the Ophani loop that's currently in BT9? I think. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, Ophani loop originally started in the Huang Zero Discord from Fenton, who is like I think by far the best UK player in the card game. Fenton, as far as I'm aware, is the first person to ever come up with the Ophani loop, and he got top 16 with it. We've seen a lot of people like Mario and Tefre and whoever else. They've come up with their own iterations of the Ophani loop, but I do think Fenton's idea of Ophani loop is still the best idea, best iteration of Ophani loop. That's how I feel about it. I do think it's good though. I think it's good. Quartzmon BT12 is going to be a full white deck. Yeah, I would be very surprised if we did not get Quartzmon in BT12 just because it's the Hunters That Left Through Time set. I'm very excited. Very, very excited for that set. hopefully, fingers crossed, we finally get Shine Greymon Burst Mode. That is the hope. That is the hope. I don't think it's definitely not going to be you, Nene, because Nene is literally on the trio White Tamer. So like I just don't foresee her getting another Tamer with you. I just don't see it. Because presumably so, this is still the arc where you is like, I'm edgy and evil. Digimon are just toys. This is all a game. Oh shit, Ordinaimon is dead. Oh no. But yeah, it'd be like that. Okay. Hold up, I'm calling. Hey, hello, Zero?
Hey. Yeah, sorry. Got cut up at the gym.
Alright, it do be that way. Alright, so anyway, welcome. So, for those of you watching right now, if you do not know, this is my partner in crime, Zero. He's one of my best friends. We go to locals together and everything. And he is the...
I would go to locals.
True, we don't actually go to locals. That's actually true. But we do go to locals though. We kind of just like win. It's really funny because we normally don't go to locals just because like both of us are very busy. But the last 5 or 6 times we've gone, one of us has just won the tournament, right?
Well, I won with fucking Dextoro.
And I was in the finals against him, playing D-Reaper. And I'm like, okay, guys, he played the deck with play cost removal. I got sniped. I got fucking sniped, alright?
I told you ahead of time what I was gonna play. I borrowed the cards from you. You know what I was gonna play. You make the deck less bad to and
you were borrowing my Alphamon, man! It's not my fault! How was I supposed to know?
I didn't bring Alphamon with me. You literally hand me the deck and be like, yeah, just re-sleeve 50 cards. I wasn't about that life.
That's a you problem, bro. Okay, anywho. Like, I showed up to my shop challenge, and I just kind of... Whee! Thanks for the invite. Yagi eat. God. Bro, go to locals. I would love to see you play Jorge. The biggest thing that stops me from going to locals, committing so much time, and it's just like... time. I'm just a very busy individual at the current moment. Between working a full-time job and pursuing my master's degree, I just do not have time to like do...
Are you also like 40 minutes away from locals?
I'm also like almost an hour away from locals, yeah. It is just not the most convenient thing in the world for me.
Yeah, and I just work way too much to go to locals consistently.
Yeah, it do be what it be. Okay, we're deck building. Ka-chow. I'm gonna share my screen for you.
Okay.
Okay.
What are we deck building?
What are we deck building? That's a great question. Everything from BT10.
Okay.
Kerchow. Alright, so as far as Crossheart goes...
Pretty standard.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty standard. You're literally just playing like 4 of most things except for like Cross 3.
Are you playing 3 Crossfire?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I meant. 3 Cross 5. Yeah. That's what I meant. I said Cross 3 by accident. I missed Cross 5. Yeah. We play like 3 Sparrow IMO. I don't think you need 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the same ratio.
Yeah. 4 Taiki. 4 Akari, 4 Zenjiro.
So the question is, are we playing Kiriha or are we playing Tai?
I think North America as a region is going to be very big on the Venusmon train.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Also,
I mean, Venusmon actually doesn't interact with Cross 4, so it actually doesn't matter on that case. Because you don't get wind digivolving, you don't get wind attacking, and Cross 4 doesn't care for either of those. So you're actually fine in terms of that.
No, but you lose a check.
Wait, let me double check. Wait. I mean, yeah, so you do 1 damage.
On Cross 4?
Well, because Cross 4, doesn't it get an extra check from Tai? It does, right? Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
But if you don't play Tai, you lose the check. Is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. Okay. So the biggest thing that we have to discuss. Oh my god, please. The biggest thing that we have to talk about here is: do you want the additional security plus on Tai, or do you want the extra consistency from Kiriha to be able to digicross using a tamer? Because
to answer the chat, you have to play Zenjiro. Car's insane.
Yeah, the Zenjiro is actually busted for sure.
Yeah, Zenjiro allow you to do multiple swing off of one memory. That's why this deck generally doesn't run that much memory manipulation, is because you can do so many plays off of 1 and 2 memory.
Also, freaking whatchamacallit. Wait, I was gonna say something.
Do you think we have enough tamer destruction in this meta to worry about having a secondary tamer in case Taiki get popped?
So pros and cons. Pros and cons is pro to tie is you have additional security pressure, and that's really it. Extra security pressure. It's a Sunrise Buster target, and it counts as towards Sunrise Buster. Those are the three cons. Those are three pros.
Mm-hmm.
The cons, however, or I guess it also gives you an extra security. It gives you an extra security attack versus Venusmon. 4 pros. We have 4 main pros for tie. Okay. Kiriha pros.
I feel like the first and the last is basically the same thing, but okay, go on.
Sure. Kiriha, on the other hand, it is still a memory tamer, so it's the same purpose. But more importantly, it's a tamer that allows you to digicross using the materials that you saved. Why this is important? Because if you don't see Taiki, your game plan fucking falls to shit. So Kiriha is more or less just a 5th Taiki, or a 5th or 6th Taiki, depending on how many you see.
Yeah, so the primary way that you play against this deck is that you just snipe their Taiki.
Yeah.
And if you snipe their Taiki, they actually lose a lot of consistency, because typically the way that they play the game is they'll go in X4 to draw the pieces, right? And then they'll save all of X4 pieces under a tamer, under different tamer. So the way you just play around that is you just pop their Taiki, so they lose those pieces temporarily. And generally, unless we're mid to late game, it's very unlikely that they have all the pieces to go into another X4.
So
without the save,
I definitely do think. I think there's a couple different ways you can play around the ratio. Because another tamer that you do ideally want to play is oh god, I typed in tie. I'm gonna regret this. Is you do want to try and fit in. Wait, where is he? Okay, yeah, the tie and Kari dual tamer. This dual tamer is very, very, very good for the deck. One of the biggest reasons why this card is so good for the deck is because A, it's a form of memory gain that's very easy for you to access. B, it is a Sunrise Buster target. It only counts as 1 proc for the record. It doesn't count as 2. And 3, the minus 2000 DP is very relevant because ideally you would like Cross 4 to survive the security check, so that way you can use the end of attack ability. If Cross 4 does die in security, you only get a save 2 rather than save 4. That's very, very huge. Very. And then, also you don't get
the question is then become how relevant that is into the meta. How many 11 and 10k you're realistically running into with X4? Because Cross 4 right now is 10k by itself because of the Rulu.
Right. So
really the tamer, I think there's not enough 11k in the meta. Yeah, that's what Minerva.
So wait, give me a sec. Okay. So BT10 6. So Jesmon and however many Jesmon it's playing, right?
Okay, Jesmon, Sakuya.
Sakuya, Venus,
no, Venus 12.
Yeah.
The relevant.
Like for tie to break over. Okay.
Yeah.
Not green 6s and Bloomlord that aren't Bloomlords. Like no, Lotus is 12.
Yeah, you probably played the old Lotus, right?
Right. Yeah, you play old Lotus. I talked about that on stream earlier.
Yeah,
and then Minerva. Metal Garurumon is 12, I believe. Right?
Yeah, Metal Garurumon X is 12.
Yeah, it's 12, right? Yeah, okay, it is. Yeah, okay, so everything. Okay, so as far as threshold goes, Tai Kari actually doesn't break too many thresholds that you already normally weren't breaking. I do think you should play 1 though, at least 1. I think 1 is a really good, just because of the memory manipulation and being a Sunrise Buster target. I think offers a lot to the deck, especially in testing. It feels pretty good. And so I think
yeah, go ahead.
I think the bigger question that we do have to ask ourselves though is: do we play 1 tie? Do we play 2 tie? Do we play 2 Kiriha, 1 Kiriha? Do we play a 1-1 split on tie Kiriha? I think that's the biggest question.
I think we might have to try to run 3 memory tamer.
Okay.
And maybe cut 1 of the crossheart tamers either
Okay.
Zenjiro or
Aki-
probably Akari. Probably Akari down to 3.
Yeah. Okay. So we could say we played 2 ties, and then we played like two what? Wow, my Kiriha. It's blinking on his name.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I think I cannot type Kiri. That's an artist name. Can't do that.
So the reason that I'm saying this is because I think for English meta,
Best of
it'll be
3.
much more important. Yeah, it'll be much more important to go to 3 because I think people are going to anticipate Crossheart being the quote unquote best deck in the meta, right? Because of how well it performed in Japan. So right now, this is the big boogeyman of BT10.
Right.
Right? Like you talk about BT10, everyone's like Crossheart is the problem, etc., etc., etc. So going to competitive, people are going to actively focus on trying to counter pick this deck or counter build against this deck.
Right.
So how do you counter build against this deck? Well, you have your Psychmon, right? You have your Pillowmon clone, right? Like to prevent you from playing effect, which is kind of less important, but primarily is the Psychmon. And you have ways of removing it, like Fireball and stuff like that. But if you're at 1, can't Fireball and then make your play, right? So that's the issue without having a memory tamer. And this deck is way too many colors for you to play a memory boost realistically. Like memory boost is gonna whiff half your target at any given points. So I think for that reason, 3 memory tamer is probably gonna end up being pretty important.
Right.
Because in playtesting, whenever I didn't have memory tamer playing into certain decks, I just couldn't remove the psych. It slowed down your game by an entire turn. And that felt really bad.
Yeah.
So I think that's gonna end up being relevant.
That's completely fair. I also ended up adding in 2 Dexmon. I think Dexmon is super huge in the format. 1 Crimson Blaze. Crimson Blaze feels really strong in the mirror. It's also really great versus a loop style of decks. 2 Fireballs. Yeah. This could be 3 Fireballs if necessary, and then 3 Sunrise Busters. Sometimes you just don't need the Sunrise Buster in your hand, and so it just kind of like clogs it sometimes. So we are at 49 cards at this point. What are we thinking? It could just be a 3rd Fireball, which I think is completely fine because draw 2 and being able to snipe the Psychmon and whatnot is very, very strong. I also think that you could entertain, if you wanted to be really cheeky about it, you could do a 1 Grande Soul. I think this card is actually very, very strong going forward into the BT10 format just because it is tall removal that isn't Sunrise Buster, but it's also removal that'll get past Digimon that have immunity to DP reduction, or just if Sunrise is not fast enough. If that makes sense.
I'm about it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So for example, if Alphamon remains in the format, Grande Soul can hit Dorugray, but Sunrise Buster can't, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I think Grande Soul is actually a very strong potential one-up, just because you have so much draw power in this deck already inherently. Between the cross 4 just going over and over and over again.
You can also make the argument to having another security bomb.
Yeah.
Sunrise is a very powerful card, but
sometimes go on, yeah.
Yeah, with OTK decks being in the meta, the issue with Sunrise is that it requires setup.
Yeah.
And sometimes if they come out fast enough, and you're like short 1 tamer, you can't remove the deck, it feel really bad. So having like a removal like Randall Soul and security is probably nice to have.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that sentiment. 100%. So another argument that we can make is, do we bump Zenjiro down over Akari so that way we maintain, or so we can increase our Sunrise Buster count?
That might be the case because the one way you can look at it is that Akari is functionally a 3-cost Dorulu.
And it's also a draw 1, and it's a way for you to pop the Psychmon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zenjiro cost reduction is it is a very powerful card. I wouldn't cut it completely, but it might be a 3-of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Akari is probably 4-of, actually. If
Oftentimes, 1 or 2 Zenjiro is probably enough to get you through the game anyway. And if we're playing if we're playing the Memory Tamer guaranteed, we definitely don't need multiple Zenjiros.
Also an extra target for Sunrise.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so I definitely think this is actually this is probably a very efficient list, actually.
Yeah.
I think this is actually pretty good.
You see any argument for Heroes in the Sky?
I think there's an argument. There is an argument for Heroes in the Sky. Not only is it potentially a draw 2 or a security attack plus if you need it.
It's just randomly 3 security check.
Yeah, it's just casually a very good card. It is unironically just casually a good card. You could play it as the one of over Grande Soul. You could also
I like Grande Soul for the reason.
Yeah. You could play it over Crimson.
Gravity Crush is another thought.
Yeah, we can consider Gravity Crush. Gravity Crush is not bad whatsoever, actually.
Gravity Crush over a third Memory Tamer, it could also be an option.
But then you're reducing... Okay, so if you do that, you're reducing your Sunrise Buster targets, and then you have to ask yourselves whether or not it's... Like the gravity... The +2 memory you gain off of the Gravity Crush, if that's enough to actually make it worth it. Like, how often do you need that +2 memory immediately? Right?
The general thought is Gravity Crush comes up if you're missing a piece. Right.
Yeah, so because it fundamentally acts as a cross 4 component because it supplements the 2 cost. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can, especially if you have to shout and you're missing. Sometimes you play in the game and you're missing one very specific piece. You can like Gravity Crush to 5, X4 for 3 or 2, depending on how many Zendro you have.
Right.
Draw your pieces and then like possibly set up like a lethal off of that.
What would you cut for a gravity? Can you get somebody? Excuse me. What about Blinding Ray? I don't think you play Blinding Ray because having a good amount of security is very important in the mirror. You don't want to you don't want to lose that security. Can you get away with 1 Dexmon? Yes, but I think 2 is way too strong in this format.
I don't know if I agree with that because
Really?
we have so many BT9 decks still good. Dexmon could end up being a dead card in hand if we're playing into single stack decks.
Okay, so I mean, like looking at. Okay. Question: are we assuming Alpha is hit? Yeah or no?
We have until we see otherwise. We have to assume that it's not going to get hit immediately.
Okay, so we agree Dexmon is good against Crossheart, right?
Sure.
We agree.
Is it?
I think overall it's a very solid card to Crossheart.
It's decent. I think it's a decent card to Crossheart because they have so many tamers that generally it's going to be like a free play, right?
Yeah, it's generally a free pop.
A lot of times she's not popping anything.
I think okay.
Like you hit a cross 5. Like if they enter with a cross 5 on board, you hit a cross 5. Great, right? And like if they're spamming bodies, you hit bodies, and that's good in that scenario. But realistically, it doesn't really stop Crossheart from like killing you.
So from experience, I feel like what a lot of players will try and end up doing is they'll try and set up a relatively wide board and swing that in and go into the Crossheart. Like I'm not saying that's correct, but I think that a lot of players will try and do that strategy. Just in tournament settings in general, just because like I can play like all these bodies and I can swing all these bodies and then the bodies will die and then I'll just digi-cross with those bodies that I just died, right? Like I definitely think that's an approach some people will take. I think Dexmon is pretty good until Loop. Would you disagree with that? Like outside of like Psychmon, if they have Psychmon up, but then you can like Fireball and like Prage.
I think a really good Loop player can play around Dexmon.
I mean, I agree. I agree that good players.
And I think Loop, the deck itself, tend to attract better high skill pilots.
Okay.
Because of the way they play, right?
That's fair.
So on average,
fair.
when you see a Loop player, they're fairly competent.
Okay.
So you're not gonna run into a Loop player that doesn't know how to play the deck well.
So then,
very very rarely.
Okay, so then the last big go wide deck that we have to consider is Bloomlord, right?
Of course, it's good into Bloomlord, but the question then is, can you out Bloomlord without this card?
I think no Hydramon makes the matchup a lot easier.
Exactly, that's my point. I think in AX3 format, it's 100% 2 decks.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if Alphamon get hit, then 100% 2 decks.
Mm-hmm.
But I can see a scenario where decks just become a dead card in your hand in this format because you're running into. Because I think a lot of people are still gonna play Melga, A lot of people are still gonna play Alpha. A lot of people
I agree. Grandes, yeah.
Grandes. It's good to Jesmon. Like Jesmon would be good to Jesmon, right? But does it stop the Jesmon from killing you?
So the biggest thing about Jesmon is that you do have the Sistermon Blanc, which can eat the Dexmon proc and protect the Savior. I mean, protect the Jesmon. Or no, it wouldn't protect the Jesmon. It wouldn't die anyway. But Blanc would eat up, and it would eat up a hit. So that is something to consider when looking at this.
Yeah, I think based on what we said so far.
Okay, so
I don't know if Dex is a guarantee too. I can see why you run 2, but
no. I get the logic.
Yeah,
I can agree with that.
You also are playing already, as mentioned in chat. You're already playing the Crimson Blaze for the blue matchup.
Yeah.
So, do you really need 2 Dex and a Crimson Blaze?
Okay, so let's say we bump the Dexmon down to 1, right? Because I don't like. Are we wanting to completely eradicate the Dexmon from the deck?
No, I think 1 is fine.
Okay, so we cut down the Dexmon. We put in a Gravity Crush because the pros that we're talking about Gravity Crush. It does sound nice. It does sound like a nice pro. Is that looking at this now? Do we feel like we need to change anything else?
I'm still not 100% sure on the Taikari, but I'm willing to entertain it.
Okay, that's fair.
It could just be a third fireball, to be honest.
I guess the question then becomes, okay, so with the Taikari, one of the biggest benefits was the memory manipulation that it did grant you, because it would put you at higher memory. If you're playing multiple memory tamers, we're seeing more memory tamer on average, which means that we're more likely going to have that tamer more memory for us to play with. We're also playing the Gravity Crush, which potentially gives us more memory to play with. So I think with that in mind, just because of how this deck is engineered, I think we can get rid of the Taikari. And instead of playing, I mean, we can just turn this into a third Fireball. We can also just turn this back into a 4th Zenjiro.
Yeah.
We can also do, instead of Fireball, we could play the one of Hero in the Skies.
Yeah. I think Taikari is also fairly weak into OTK decks.
That's fair. I agree with that. Yeah. I definitely do think the list changes quite a bit depending on whether or not Alpha is legal in the format or not.
Yeah, I think you have your core like 30-ish cards that you're sticking with, but there's a number of there's a lot of
it's
pretty versatile. Yeah.
There's actually like a ton of different decks that you can do. Okay, so then the question is, with the last one-of slot, are you playing a one-of Hero of the Skies, 3rd Fireball, 4th Zenjiro, hell, second Grand Soul?
I think Hero in the Sky is probably fine, because sometimes you're gonna run into a situation where you need to draw.
Yeah.
And Fireball just won't draw you the card because your opponent just have like a dead target on board.
Right.
But a lot of competent player, the way they play around you, draw, like if they see you breaking on pieces, they'll play like a body on board to eat up the Fireball so you don't get to draw.
Yeah.
That's in my testing, the Heroes in the Sky came up for that exact reason.
Okay. That is 100% fine. Fair. Well, what do you think about Chimeramon in this deck? I don't think it's necessary. It's also probably not going off very often.
Yeah, the issue with this deck is that your level 4 is actually dying, right? Like
they actively want to die.
Yeah. I mean, it can come up, but it might be. Is it a fine one-of?
I don't think so. I don't think it's very necessary.
Yeah, it might be something to test, but I don't like, just thinking off the top of my head. It doesn't feel like it'd be super impactful.
No, I can't foresee it being super strong. Argomon. So we're building Bloomlord now, and I know you posted your Bloomlord list a little bit earlier.
I don't know if I like that. Let's go and do it again.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm very iffy on certain things, but I think we can do basic deck building with it.
Yeah. Okay, so let's 3 Mimi, right? Excuse me. Argomon as egg, I think it's just like a given.
Yeah.
It's like very, very strong. 2 Terrier. I feel like Memory Boost is just such a relevant card in the English format, like from time to time.
Yeah, I have 2. That's why I have 2 Terrier in my
list. Right. Let's see. Blasso. Cards busted. Busted. Hidden potential discovered. Busted.
You know what? I think I left HPD on my list now that I think about it.
That's crazy. Lotusmon, I think, is a very strong card. I think Lotusmon. I'll entertain Lotus at 2 right now.
Yeah. I
see it going up. Weedmon, it's very good. I don't like Rafflesia. I'll be honest with you. I don't agree with that.
No, I thought about it more. I didn't think.
Yeah.
Your alternate level 6 option is so bad.
It's pretty dog shit. Yeah. Like it turns out Hydramon was really great.
Is it just a one-off Argo?
Okay, so the thing with Argo is what deck is Argo primarily targeting? Crossheart, right?
It hit Crossheart. It hits Cool Boy.
I mean,
I think shutting down Cool Boy is pretty relevant.
that's fair. That's fair, I guess. We can revisit. We can touch on it. We can touch on it. Okay. I'm just trying to get like the mandatory cards out right now. Pomumon for sure. At least 2 of that card go crazy.
What you denying with Pomo in this meta? Just the loop, right?
Yeah, loop.
A little bit with Crossheart, but
No, there's nothing in Crossheart you're denying. What?
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 Pomo?
What is Pomumon stopping at Crossheart?
Tamers. The Tamer playing.
Oh, no, okay, that's fair. I forgot about that. I forgot!
This man never tested Crossheart a day in his life.
No, I just forgot. Leave me alone.
Literally one of the most busted thing about
I just forgot, man. Leave me alone.
I'll be right back 1 second.
I'm just a baby. Okay. Oops, my boost. Oh, Somdi. Where's Somdi? Can't forget Somdi. That card go crazy in this deck. Okay. 45 cards. What are we... Don't have access to that Pomumon. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Why is this lagging? Why are you lagging? Please work. Please. Let's see. 2, 5.
Yeah, I was looking at the finished list earlier, and I'm like, huh. Without Hydra and without EX3 Pomo, you're not interacting with your opponent board a lot.
No, you're really not.
It might be like a 3 Somdi angle, just to have more way to tap your opponent's stuff. Because you're just leaving a lot of things on board at this rate.
I'm trying to look at 7s and like consider like, do we need to run a 7? Which
what 7 is even relevant?
Speaking of 7, really quick, guys, Omni X, the new Omni X, I think this card is very, very good. I think this card is actually going to do very well in the English format. IQ.
Yeah.
I think this card is like very slept on. But
I mean, it's replacing Crimson for me in my list, so I don't know.
What does Merciful do anything? I mean, Merciful messes up.
Merciful
Loop.
really only hit Loop.
Yeah.
And Maste.
Yeah.
It depends how relevant you think Maste is, but I think Omni X also kind of hit.
I mean, we
Loop
can't
the same way.
Can't exactly Omni X and Bloomlord. Can't exactly do that.
Just play both, and then you Omni X.
Yeah. So why did I not think of that? That's crazy. Okay. Okay. So right now, this is our current lineup. We're playing the 4 Argo, the 1 Gummy.
1 Chaos one.
Chaos one very relevant. Like rare chaos or super rare chaos.
Rare Chaos. You can like I mentioned in chat. You can smack the Mother D Reaper. You can smack some of the bodies. I don't know what the heck you're hitting.
It's not.
Do you have enough DP game to even hit anything big? Or you just legit 14?
No, you're just 14. you're just 14.
I don't know if it's worth it then.
Yeah, I don't think it is. I don't think it's worth it if you're only 14k because you literally can't even hit over Mother unless you have some other. I mean, you can run Palmon like plus 2k Palmon.
Do we want extra Jerrymon?
I thought about this. I thought about that point. In which case you would just cut Blossomon down by 1.
Yeah.
So I did think about that. I thought about.
Would it be relevant to Melga?
To Melga.
You force them to push to protect on the very first swing, so the next swing is very risky.
I'm trying to think. It doesn't do anything versus Grandis because Grandis is piercing restand.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's good to Melga. It's good into Crossheart.
Alpha has Digivolve. It is good into Crossheart. I agree. It is good into Crossheart.
It's good into Blue Flare. Because the Blue Flare stun doesn't go around.
Right, it redirects. That's fair. Okay, we can play 2 cherries. Okay. So, as far as the level 4 lineup goes, I think this is more or less just like gonna be the golden standard for level 4s in Bloomlord.
Don't say golden standard when we have literally nothing else to play. It's literally just this.
No. Come on, we have other stuff. You have
Bro, we don't even get like better level, like not even better. We don't even get more playable level 4 until BT11.
Okay, look, dude, we have Petal-Dramon. You can have a searchable hybrid instead of Arbormon. You can play Petal-Dramon. It's searchable.
Yeah. The block also come up against Cerberus probably. Like
Block.
it probably deny at least a couple of Cerberus swing.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Dude, you have Namakemon. For 2 costs, you can suspend and add a green Digimon. Pogair. It's not terrible.
I think Imperial
You could
is at least...
Exermon.
You think Imperial's 2-2 or 1.5? I think Imperial's still pretty solid.
I think it's 1.5.
Yeah. I think so.
High key Exermon? High key Exermon is actually not bad. That's actually not terrible.
It's not terrible, but it's one less target for you to play.
It is one less target to play. Yes.
The way this deck like to play is play level 4 and then immediately download into a 5.
I mean, like, I understand that, but like, yo, come on, Exermon.
I think this is gonna come up way less than you think it does.
I know. Let me cope. Okay, so
Like, well, okay. Let's think about it.
no, I just wanted to cope. Okay.
We move out Agitar at. We'll say we have 3 memory because I mean.
So move out Agitar. Agitar tap. Agitar play level 3. Go ahead. You develop into Exermon. Go to 1. Exermon tap. Exermon tap. There stack. You go ahead. Digizorb into Blossomon. Blossomon puts you at 1 still. You have 2 bodies on board. Digivolve into Bloomlord.
Wait. How are you evolving? How are you going to?
What?
Blosso.
Blosso.
You tap Agitar.
Oh, you can't. That's right. Because Exermon taps itself. No, okay, you can't do it. Yeah, you can't do it.
Yeah, and then you literally.
Yeah.
And then it costs 2 to evo into.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's okay. It's not worth it. Okay.
Because it's already tapped. Because it's already tapped. You don't get the extra memory off of Bloomlord when you go into Agitar.
Yeah,
so it evolves for 2 and passes turn.
No, you're right. Yeah, it's not worth it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. No. Our level 4. It's kind of dog water.
Yeah.
Actual
yeah.
dog water.
Yeah. We have like 3 or 4 playable level 4 live with it. That's what it is.
It's actually so bad. Whatever. It's fine.
It doesn't change either. Like it's the same next set. It doesn't change until BT11. Deal with it.
True. Level 5 Argo. I mean, you could, but I think you'd rather just having 5s that are searchable, right?
Yeah. Level 5 Argo misses the search. Also, I forgot. It's the level 5 Argo.
It's
mandatory.
Oh.
No, it's not mandatory, right?
It's not mandatory because you can just
you can just claim you don't have it.
Yeah, you just claim you don't have it. Yeah. Okay, and then so for the literally last lot, I mean we could just play 1 of Argo, like 1 of 6 Argo,
or 1 of Nidhogg.
How relevant is Nidhogg? Let's sit and think. How relevant is Nidhogg? What are you hitting?
You bot deck the Alpha. Bot deck the.
Are you bot decking Alpha? Does Alphamon not have immunity to Nidhogg? Oh, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Okay.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I didn't think. You can't bot deck Jesmon because Ganku X.
If they have it, you can bot deck Jesmon entire board.
No, they're probably gonna have it, TBH.
But you can still snipe Jesmon entire board.
Wait, how?
5k or less.
Ganku X.
It 2k, right? It make them bigger.
It makes them bigger, and they literally cannot be bot decked.
Wait, is that what his effect is? I don't remember.
His dead ass can't be bot decked.
full disclosure, I've never played Jesmon.
It's cannot be DP minus. It cannot be bot deck. I can double check.
Bounce is both bounce and bot.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not fucking crazy.
Okay, good talk.
Yeah, so I don't think Nidhogg is gonna be very good because cross art. I mean, cross art if they play into it, I guess, but probably just gonna cross 4 and break. And
Chimera and Nidhogg?
Chimera and Nidhogg. We could
You're
play
slamming level 4 bodies. You are slamming level 4 bodies.
We could play one of Chimera. You could Chimera and Nidhogg.
I don't hate
Chimera. You could just Chimera.
Yeah,
I didn't mean.
You could just play Chimera. I don't hate Chimera.
But if you do that, then you'd have to cut like what Cherrymon. You have to cut one cherry, or just play what fucking 10 5s.
Yeah.
Fuck it, bro. Fuck it. I'm here. It's not like we're gonna evo into Chimeramon on average anyway.
Yeah, you're vomiting a level 4 board with this deck anyways.
No, that's fine. Okay. How does this look? What do we think? Do we need 2 Grand to Soul?
I don't know. I don't know how much that card. That's the very.
That card kind of depends on like how relevant BT9 decks are, right?
Yeah.
Because
I have not tested Grendel so much.
Because
for the deck.
Otherwise, you have like no security bombs, right?
I mean, you're playing green. You don't have security bomb, anyways.
Like no, you do it. It's literally Grand de Soul. This is literally a security bomb.
Joyce says run the new Lotusmon. I don't know if I like that card.
I don't agree with that. Yeah. Because
the problem with it is that it's
the fucking
the body is still on.
Yeah, like the body's still there. And then also
it's not relevant into Melga. It's not relevant into Cross Art. It's not relevant into anything that can Jogress.
And then the fucking memory gain ability, I don't think it's going to. I don't think
there's too many ways to play around it.
Yeah. So somebody mentioned if you do Chimeramons minus 2k and then Nidhogg can clean 7k bodies. So we're relying on double 1-ofs for the combo, both of which are non-searchable. Doesn't seem very.
I think that's saying to run more count of both, but what are you cutting?
Yeah, what do you cut for that?
Does the old Lotusmon go to 1?
I kind of like old Lotusmon though, specifically as a cross 4 answer.
What else does this answer?
What else? Like Blue Flare, I guess.
Blue Flare doesn't play any level 4 from
no. You believe. Wait, yeah, they do. Look.
What?
Oh, look, Gaussmon literally does it.
I guess it stopped.
Gaussmon deadass just plays a 4.
But does it being tapped relevant?
I don't know. We can believe. It just technically plays into it. I'm just saying.
Okay, so it stopped Cross Art.
It also is really good in the mirror. It's very good in the mirror.
Yeah, sure.
Because tapping them out so they can't Digizorb, I think, is pretty relevant. You stop promote lethal.
Oh, Systemons.
Oh yeah, Sistermons is another really good one. Yeah.
Yeah, you tap all the Systemons so they don't have blocker.
Because I'm pretty sure that Sistermon grants reboot to the Royal Knights, right? Yeah. It doesn't grant this to Sistermons. Yeah, so you can Lotus against Sisters. I think it's pretty good as well.
Yeah, even if they remove the Lotus, you still can just swing over because they don't have blocker.
I think this is fine for right now. I think this is like fine for now. What do you think? You have any gripes with this?
We can test it.
Yeah,
I think the one of Chimera is actually probably pretty good in this deck.
Yeah. I did have intention to like playtest on stream and everything like that, but since you got on like a lot later than I thought, we may have to push that back to another day.
We do it tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, we can figure it out. Okay.
Yeah.
Blue Flare. 4. How many Decker Dramon is it? It's like...
I don't play this deck.
I don't fucking play this deck either. Shit. or Kiriha, because Blazing Memory Boost is a fair and balanced card somehow.
Yeah. You probably want like 2 to 3 Trident.
Yeah, Trident Revolver. I'm not Trident Revolver, duh. Forbidden Trident. Whoops. I misspoke. Woo. Davis.
Okay.
Wait, no, not Davis.
Sword Joe.
Yeah,
Sword
Sword Joe. My bad. That's what I'm thinking. Wait, Sora. 4 Sora Joe. 1 Tommy.
Do we need Tommy? Do we need the extra strip when it doesn't do anything else in the deck?
I mean, it sets up for your Metal Greymon, and it makes it so you have a better time.
Is it that hard to set up the Metal Greymon? When
no. It's specifically for against BT9 decks, right? Because BT9 decks they're just gonna have a lot of sources and try to OTK you out of the water. So like, you try and I guess the answer is, do you want to sack the Tommy? But
the answer is, I think you lose to BT9 decks anyway, so building for them is kind of pointless.
True. All right, here's the answer. We're gonna go on CG guys real quick. We're gonna find out. Wait, whoops. Here, this is. Come on. Blue flare. Alright, what blue flare are we finding? Oh yeah, you play the 2 of Greymon. Yep. Yep, can't forget. Oh god, that's like the old Greymon. Jesus fucking Christ. It's like in all caps and everything.
Run like the special Greymon.
What do you mean
the
special?
$3,000 Greymon.
Oh. Play 3 Decadron?
The Nets Greymon. Is that even the crit one? I don't remember.
No, I think it's the memory one.
No, it's the security attack one, the green one.
Oh,
the ugly green one.
Okay. Howling Memory. Wait, this deck plays 2 X antibodies? Is it literally just to make it so you have more fucking cards in source than your opponent?
What? No, they play X antibodies, so then go into Magna X.
It doesn't play Magna. Oh, it does play Magna X. Wait, never mind. JK. Yo, Magna. Alright. We're cool like that. We play Magna X.
Literally, okay.
Shut
I
up.
said this. I mentioned this deck.
I know.
And then both Llama and Haste is against the idea, so I'm just pointing that out. I'm just throwing that out there.
Are they?
Also, I honestly don't know how good it is. It seemed really jank, but it was getting results. So
it does seem really jank. I'm not gonna lie. Damn, these motherfuckers.
Are we just making a meme blue flare list because neither of us play it?
I mean, we can figure it out later. This is just for stream. Hold up, Innocence Blizzard.
Hey, I got it. River of Power.
Shut the fuck up.
No, seriously. Think about it. Think about it.
Oh, that was not a meme suggestion. I just kind of I automatically assumed it was. What? Okay, go on.
No. Think about it. River of Power is 3 costs. Then you have Sword Joe to get you the extra memory. So if you River of Power, like, how do you out multiple Sightmon?
What the fuck?
If your opponent has multiple Floodgate in the board, how do you out them? Right?
Oh god, are we coping River of fucking Power?
Also, do you have Digimon in the list already?
Yeah, I thought I did. Yeah, I do. Man, every list plays Tommy, bro. We're putting the Tommy in. Every JP list has Tommy. We're putting Tommy. They also play Korikaku.
I mean, at this point, it's whatever. We're very commit to this very out. This list is something else.
I don't see an issue. I see no issues with this. What's your issue? What's your issue? Do tell me. Do tell.
Wait, is Garou Cannon actually better?
Yes. Actually, yes.
Okay, then we'll just play Supreme Cannon. There we go.
Alright, Supreme Cannon over what?
River.
I didn't put the River of Power in! Okay, no, we probably can't play Magna X as long as Sunrise Buster's in the format.
I legit forgot Supreme Cannon was a car. Not gonna lie.
It's okay, I get it. You're bad. It's fine.
I don't play this fucking.
I get it. You're bad. It's fine. No, I'm joking. Oh. Do we need a 5th egg?
Man, I can't believe they power creep River Power.
That's crazy. No, bro. If you play against 5,000 DP rookies, River Power is better. Just saying. Fucking wage gapped. What do we cut? I need to cut 1 card. Do I just cut this fucking 1 of Greymon?
Do you actually have 2 Kami in the list?
No, I put 2 by accident. Whoops. Whoopsie. Do we need 5
Yeah, we
eggs?
have 50 cards.
Yeah, we're good. We're good now. We're good now. Do we need the 5th egg or no?
Sure, why not?
Okay, fuck it. All right.
Isn't that EX3?
No, it's BT10.
Oh, okay.
We get an EX3 version of it, yeah. All right, what do we think? What do we think of this banger list?
No comment.
I fucking hate it. I'm pretty sure this is dog shit. I'll fix it off stream before we put it into a video or something. I'm not gonna trip about it too much. All right. My attention span is fucking slowly booming on itself. I've been here for 2 hours now. Jesus Christ.
Good job.
Thanks. You left me. You left me. You left me.
I technically didn't leave you when I wasn't here in the first place.
That's fair. Minerva loop?
Do you have the brain capacity to make Minerva loop on stream?
Watch me. Whoops. Holy shit, can I spell Deathclaw, please? Jesus Christ. How many from Revival from the Darkness is it? It's like... There's no way it's fucking 4, right? Is it 4? I'd believe it if it's 4, TBH. Just
That was 3.
Okay, that's what I figured. It's like 4 Jack Raid. Minus 1. 4, 1. Load, please. Load. Okay. 2 promote. I've actually never made a Minerva loop list in my life, so you deadass, just tell me if I'm off. 3 Psychmon. Where's Psychmon? 10 rookies. That's probably fine for this fucking dog shit. This whack deck.
I could tell you, but I think it'd be more entertaining to watch you get it wrong.
That's right. I'm doing it, bro. Man, fuck you, Rusty. How dare you? How dare you?
Ying only played 3 Jack Raid, by the way.
Does Ying only play 3? All right.
Yeah.
Wait.
It's
Oh,
not 2 promote, by the way.
It's not 1 promote. That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, where is it?
How long have you known Ying? His list is like fucking 51 of.
Man, fucking Ying. We're making content. What other purple 4s are there?
Did you add Block of Digimon?
No, I haven't gotten to it yet. I'm in the 4 section right now. I'm just looking around to double check. Was it 2 blocker Devi?
Probably.
Probably. All right. What else? What else do I fucking need? What else am I
You have
missing?
Lucimon?
Oh yeah, Lucimon. Whoops. Is it a 1? 2 off?
Probably 1 up.
Really? Okay.
Creepy?
Yeah.
Master?
Okay, we're not. This is no longer a Minerva loop list. This is just a fucking Ying list. My Maste. Do you know Fani?
Master give you lethal. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, you mean BT fucking 3 Maste?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was thinking this Maste.
How are we gonna hit Jogras Master in a deck with no yellow?
That's what I was wondering. I was like, are you griefing me? Like, are you fucking like trying to run it down on me right now? What? The fuck am I missing in this? I actually cannot remember shit right now. That's crazy.
Analog boy?
Oh yeah, that did be a thing, huh?
Yeah.
What is it? Fucking 4 of?
No. Why you try? This is a loopless. You try to make 4th of everything.
Listen, man. It's fucking dude. Every time I watch Ying play, he has everything he ever fucking needs. So you know, I just assume it's a 4 of, man. I refuse to believe it's a 1 of, and he finds it every game, dude. I refuse to believe it. Please let me dream of a better world.
I can tell you've never built a purple deck list in your life. Consistency. What is?
No. Hold the fuck up. It's not I've never built a purple deck before. You just hang out with Ying's deck building too much, bro. Ying has poisoned the mind of everyone, bro. Ying makes it so everyone just thinks this is the norm, man. I swear, Ying is poisoning the youth of America.
Just draw your cards. I don't know what to tell
I hate you all. I hate all of you. Alright, what else am I missing, bro? What am I missing? Oh yeah, the 1 of Dexmon. True. No, he's right.
Actually, yeah, it's actually.
He's right, man. I hate it here. I hate purple players. Motherfucker.
Zort defeat. No, not defeat. Zort.
Just regular Zort, right?
Yeah. You needed to extend the combo. It's kind of greedy, but I think if you're not like a super good loop player, it's kind of necessary to cover for when you fucked up.
Bro, yeah, Ying deck builds like he's in a fucking Highlander format, dude. I hate it. Holy shit, dude.
3 analog.
Okay, dude. Ying is like, okay. Ying, I shit you not, every fucking week would lower how many 3s he played in his deck. Oh yeah, Calling from the Darkness. I actually forgot that was card. Is it 1 calling? Does he just casually have it every single fucking game on 1 calling?
No, everybody always play 1 calling. It's what it is.
I hate how. What goat gun do you sacrifice to? Huh?
Every single purple player play like 1 calling.
Dude, Ying is literally like, yeah, dude, I just played 8 rookies. Yeah, dude, I just played fucking 6 rookies. I'm just like, bro, what? How does Ying get away with 6 rookies? Meanwhile, I'm out here playing 14 fucking rookies and I got my dick in my fucking hand, dude. Like, come on! Ah!
I just drawing cards instead of jerking off.
Why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think of that? Yeah, Lilithmon. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Dude,
We're getting there. 1 card at a time. We're finally getting there.
Dude, why is there so many 1-ofs? Man! Okay. There's 2 more cards.
Deck claws are 1-off.
How does he have it every game, dude? I don't get it. You guys actually just sacrifice casually to fucking Satan? Like, I don't understand. How do purple players survive in this world, dude? I deadass play 4 Bloomlord. I don't see any of them sometimes, bro.
Oh, by the way, how many Gablemon are you playing?
4?
Okay.
Dude.
Man, 10 rookies is way too many.
Oh yeah, 1 of Deathslinger. That's right. Cause, dude, how do purple players get away with playing so many fucking 1-ofs, and green players can almost never find the fucking HPD, dude?
Green doesn't have a Graceful Charity. I don't know what to tell you.
Dude, come on. Dude, I have bot decked my HPD so many fucking times, dude. It's actually the fucking worst. Dude, I hate it here. Oh yeah, 1 of Dead or Alive. Alright, thanks,
yeah.
Thanks, Tessero. Fucking hate it here. Alright, there. Am I done?
Are we finally there?
Am I done yet? Is this it? Are we good? Are we done? Are we done with this shit?
That does say 50 cards. What were your eggs, buddy?
Where's the Demi-Maramon, bro? Where are you at? Alright, we're done? We're done? Am I missing anything else? Are we done?
Seems average.
I hate it here. I fucking hate it here. I hate it here. I hate purple players, dude. Fucking Loop players, Moss Day players. I don't know how y'all all casually find your fucking pieces, dude. Y'all need to see a therapist. I need to see a therapist. Fuck, man. Ugh.
I think your 10 rookie is probably too much. You're gonna burn.
I hate it here. I hate it here. I hate all of you.
Look, just play a rookies, open one every game, and then see the rest of your line. Promise.
Okay. Jokes aside, this looks about average, yeah. Like jokes aside.
You tweak a little bit depending on the meta, but this is a pretty general, good baseline.
Rusty's convinced Loop is the best deck in the format. What do you think, James?
I think it's really good. I think it actually has really good matchup into Crosshearts.
I mean, I agree. I think it does have a great matchup into Crossheart. I said that Loop is like at minimum fourth best deck in the format. Only because it depends on whether or not Alphamon's in the format or not.
I think it's top 2.
Top 2, really?
I think you can outspeed Alphamon.
Can you outspeed Melga?
Melga have to open like real crack.
I mean, seems to do it pretty fucking often.
I mean, if you open real crack also, you can probably outspeed Melga. Because sometimes you just hit everything like 2 and 2.
Alright, 3 Minerva, 2 Liliths. Alright, I got you guys. I got you.
Just sometimes you go second and you go analog Iceman, you move out Iceman and you just have to set up 2 and 2.
I mean, like I said earlier, I think top 4 is like very volatile. TBH.
Wait, are you actually playing 4 Minerva? I think it's 3 Minerva.
I changed it! Leave me alone! Ah! Dude, I swear. Purple players are the fucking worst, dude. Dude, why didn't you draw your 1-up? Dude, why didn't you casually draw your fucking 1-up? Dude, purple players are the most backseat fucking gamers that casually just draw the 1-up whenever you... Man, fuck it. I'm a purple player from now on. Screw it, dude. What? I'm gonna play purple in nationals. I don't care anymore. I'm done with this. I'm gonna play fucking Loop. That's right. I'm
content. Don't you love making content?
I love making content. That's funny. That's so funny. Okay. Anyway, what was I saying? Anyway, okay, I remember now. I think top 4 is very volatile. TBH. I think Melga, Alpha, Crossheart, and Minerva are like very much so like they can be in any fucking order. TBH. I think those motherfuckers are just kind of like throw that shit everywhere.
Unironically, Alpha may be the most volatile of the decks because Alpha tend to be a little bit slower on the more setup heavy. I think so. My reasoning is Alpha is really good, obviously, right? But you know how Alpha would generally lose to Melga if Melga opened pretty well because they just go really fast, and Alpha security check tend to be kind of dog shit. For the same reason, it can lose to Crossheart and it can lose to Loop because those decks can all open really fast also. So this is a meta where instead of just one matchup that can roll them out of the game before they get all their shit set up, you have multiple decks that can roll out of the game. So despite Alpha being really good last format, I think there's a chance they just get pushed out.
That's fair. No, that's fair. That's very fair. Someone get it out of this deck profile so Huang stops blowing out my ears. Hey yo, just lower my volume, bro. It's that easy. This is comedy fucking gold.
It might just be like a triangle top tier 1 meta between with like Melga and the 2 new decks.
Melga, Crossheart, and Loop. Yeah, I can see it. I do think Loop is very good. I actually would not be very surprised if Loop ended up being the best deck in the format. I just would not be surprised at all. I think either way, it's fine.
I don't know, man. It really depends on what English player do because English player always pick the most.
English players are constantly smoking that fucking good crack pipe. Like I don't fucking know, dude. Ugh. Okay.
Closer to notification on top, so your thing is bigger.
What? Alright, hold up. Man, I just want to go eat dinner now, bro. That took up all my fucking energy. Oh no, I guess we should at least make Jesmon. Let me at least do that.
And Dark Knights. Tesla already put the Dark Knight list, you just copy that and don't use any of your diminishing brain power?
He said use DarkKnightmon so you don't have to think, bro. I fucking hate it here. I'm getting bullied. Holy shit! I fucking hate it here. I'm actually getting bullied, bro. That's so fucking crazy. Let's see. Wow, I typed in Twilight. That's actually all that came up. Really? Let's see. Oops. Oops. Oh, I'm missing the other Ordinaimon. Whoopsie, I forgot I missed it. Okay. Alright, we're good. We're done. Wow, dude. I made a DarkKnightmon list. I'm so cool. I'm so good at this. Yeah, that's right. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, imagine playing this and then like not opening any of your 4 and just lose.
Facts? Literal facts? Okay, wait, can I...
Man, what is draw? Like, imagine playing a deck that need pieces in black.
Actually, though, yeah. Okay, so going through the list. So, I actually do understand most of the logic for this. So DarkKnightmon, Pagumon just gives you more pieces in your hand. You don't generally draw a lot of cards compared to Blue Flare or Crossheart. This Ordinaimon does add to the components to your hand on play. That's nice. We play one Chumon because memory boost is still a prevalent thing. Chikurimon is just to blow out random fucking things like Cross 4, for example. Also, versus OTK,
your rookies. Your rookies are
your rookies are garbage. This Ordinaimon also grabs some of your pieces. This Solidifying counts as either component, which is very, very helpful. It also checks for pieces. This Solidifying is just a free DarkKnightmon, +1 security attack, very strong. Deadly Alphamon, a free 2 pieces. This Solidifying is treated as both pieces. Jamming Blocker gives you some pseudo early game. This DarkKnightmon is a nice D-Digivolve, allows you to recur your pieces, and then it also has Digicross features. This DarkKnightmon, while it does not have Digicross features, still allows you to have some recursion. DarkKnightmon X has Tamer Pop, which is Poggies. 2 Dexmon because it's pretty self-explanatory. Pride Memory Boost plays all your shit out. Nene is going to give you your blocker as well as give you extra additional consistency. And Ties Memory Tamer that gives you plus 1000 DP. Kerchow! That's basically it, right?
Yeah, it's a solid deck. I think it has like decent matchup with the Crossheart if you can pop their Tamers.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Otherwise, it's a little bit on the slower end.
Yeah.
Which is a problem. Also, a lot of your plays pass this turn, which feels really bad.
Yeah, I do agree. And then, like I sort of said, there are a lot of techs you can do: Congo, Breath, Flare, etc. Black is actually very versatile in the techs that you can do.
Black has like the best option in the game.
Yeah, like Black actually has some of the best options in the game. Unironically, though, one of a deck that I think actually looks really interesting is Baihu Ragna. Because you can end of turn Baihu burn and then end of turn Jogress into Ragna for Blitz, and that like randomly can just lethal your opponent. Right? Like you see what I'm getting at here? You see what
Oh, okay.
It's cool.
Sure.
It's cool.
Yeah. Neat.
It's cool.
That's great, buddy. Happy for you.
I fucking hate it here. Okay.
I think Ragnar is cool in concept, but it's still way too clunky.
And then if we build,
why doesn't Ragnar have a level 5 that just let you Jogress? Like, what the hell?
Wait, do I deadass just have a Jesmon list on here already? I do. That's crazy.
They legit to fix Ragnar just print the level 5 that Extra has for Ragnar.
All right, congratulations. Here's the Jesmon list. I just already had it out.
Yeah, I mean, you already made it, right? Like, this is pretty standard.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward, high key. There's like obviously alterations that you can make for the list and whatnot, but this is pretty much more or less like straightforward. What you expect.
I would say there's even like an argument not to run the old savior.
We did talk about this a lot in depth. Specifically with old savior, you don't get a lot of value off the restand because you're most likely going to blitz and pass turn. The reason that we entertain Savior is, one, he spits out a sister on Digivolve, which is kind of nice, but more importantly, he acts as a pseudo reboot, which can actually be very useful at times.
He spit out a sister, but the issue with that is a lot of time you don't have the luxury of evolving and swinging, otherwise the other Savior would let you blitz into stuff all the time.
Well, I mean, it's just a 5th Savior.
Yeah, sure, but I'm just saying, like, that's all you're playing it for. Don't oversell the other effect because you really... really not.
Wait. What do you mean? Like, what am I overselling here?
The on-evolve, you're not going to get that off a lot of times because that's going to pass turn.
Evo for 2, assuming you're choked at 1. I mean, like, at that point, you're playing differently for sure. Yeah, I agree. But I think there's going to be a fair amount of times because if you could put the 2, then you can make the play off the teacher master, or the teacher student. Or if you call BT6 CL, you can also evo for 1 off of the teacher student.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
I don't. And also, it spits on new CL, yeah. Because new CL also means that where is it? New CL also means that you can immediately evolve into Blitz.
Fair enough. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I actually do think I'm not overselling it. I think it actually is very good. Thank you, Testero, for the assist.
He didn't know he needed it.
I was going over other shit. Leave me alone. Anyway, but yeah, no, I think this list is like very, very solid. My mod Falcon, who's also a Jesmon fanboy, helped me make it the list. I think overall this is very good. There are lists that you can do that don't run the GX at all, and just primarily rely on starter deck Jesmon plus the Jesmon X. But I do think GX is very, very strong, and I don't want to cut it completely.
Yeah, I think GX is good for big plays, but if you want to be more conservative, you can actually just play without GX.
Yeah, no,
if you want I think a budget option is perfectly viable.
Yeah, no, 100%. I do agree. If you don't want to run Old Savior, I would say you could run just a second Chimeramon, just because Chimeramon has a ton of value in this deck. But yeah, overall, I think this list is, for the most part, very solid. An alteration that you could make is adding tie. The only thing that would stop you from adding the tie is Venusmon. If Venusmon is in the format, you can't run tie, because the Venusmon will shut down all of your fucking abilities. If Venusmon is not popular in the format, then by all means go ahead and run tie. And Marcus is not worth running, I'm pretty sure. Let me double check. Tamer. Is there any other memory tamer that we even like potentially consider in terms of like memory? Do you need Blitz Omni? No, because you're generally going to pass turn on the Blitz Jess, so you don't really get an opportunity with the Blitz Omni.
It's not really an OTK deck either.
It's not an OTK deck. It's more like deal 4 damage to your opponent, spit out 5 bodies, and then tell your opponent to go fuck themselves. It do be like that. Yeah, there's not really another memory tamer that kind of just like.
Yeah,
you could hero.
The logic. Okay, so the logic of not running tamer in this deck is because, like Tesla said, it's Dexmon.
Yeah.
That way you're allowed to spit out more bodies without making Dexmon free.
Yeah.
Because the way that you play around Dexmon in this deck is you just have 4 bodies on board, and then if they slam the Dexmon for 8. So you can also do that, and you play the Solomon, right? Like, so you play 4 bodies, play the Solomon. So then you force them to use memory to remove the Solomon, and they slam the Dexmon to remove your board for 8.
Yep.
But then the Dexmon doesn't kill your level 6 stack. So then you have your low 6 stack is now level 5, or if you're on just GX is level.
It's level 6. It's level 6.
Right, and then you can follow that up with another play to deal with the Dexmon, or just go to lethal. And having a tamer out makes that entire play worse, because then you're just making Dexmon 3 cost cheaper.
Yeah, and then also the new option, it does not contribute to Dexmon, and it cannot be blocked outside of Siako Cutemon kind of shit, which I don't think is very common in the format anymore. So the option feels really, really strong. But overall, I think this is a very, very solid Jesmon list. I would definitely run with this as a baseline if you're looking to get into the deck, for sure. With that being said, it's 8:30, and I have to go eat dinner. I thought
we were gonna make Sakuya together.
Since when?
I don't know. Just that'd be funny.
Okay, sure. We can make Sakuya. Where is it? Alright, 4 Renamon, 4 Kyuubi, 4 Talmon, 4 Miko. Do you run any of the new plugins?
You run one of the black one.
One of the black? Okay.
I like the black one, that one.
Okay.
And you run the white one because you want the DP game.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, the DP game is relevant to keep your stuff alive, otherwise you just die to a lot of stuff. You can also run the jamming one, but the jamming one is a little bit more awkward.
We play the red one, right?
Yeah, red one's at like 2.
Okay. Maybe like 1 blue?
Blue's at either 1 or 0.
Okay. Always get away with 0, then it's fine. Green plugin's a 3-up, right? Or it's quite crazy.
Yeah. Run 1 Calamon.
Okay. And then do we run... Wait, how many old Sakuya? 3?
Osakuya is probably at 3.
Yeah, okay. Calamon. Okay, so we're looking at our ratios. Do we need fucking whatchamacallit? TK? Oh, we have 4 Rika. Do we need TK?
No, you don't run TK.
Okay, so... Okay. Let's see. Crack this open. Let's see. Blastfire is like kind of cracked in this deck, right? Loki?
It's not bad.
Right?
It let you deal with removing a body.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
It's like a dead security check, but it basically let Mikomo remove a body.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Okay, let's see. What other 3s are we running in this deck?
You're running both. Have you ran both Renamon?
Yeah. Did you know there's a 3rd Renamon? I forget about that sometimes. Oh, Pillamon's probably pretty good.
Yeah, Pillow's at 2. There's what's the other yellow rookie that you can run?
Salamon. No, I'm joking.
Salamon's actually okay because
Yeah.
the -1 DP actually come up.
That's fair. Okay, so yellow 3s. Let's see. It's fair. I'll put Salamon for right now. We can discuss it though. I'm not sure what else we would look to add though, if anything. Nothing else really stands out. Maybe Patamon?
Patamon for gaining memory would be pretty good.
Right. So maybe like over that over the Salamon.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, and then 4's the yellow 4s. Oops. So you have double QB. What else would you run besides the QBs? 1 cost? Just blocker?
1 cost is fine.
Yeah, seems fine. I'm not seeing much else that we could run.
Yellow level 4 sucks. More
Yeah.
enemies at 11.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible. And then what other yellow options we want to look to run? Mem Boost.
Holy Flame.
Mem Boost is great.
Mem
Holy
Boost.
Flame. Wow, we're out right there. That's crazy. I feel like we need removal, right? Like we need removal spells.
Yeah, that was what Blast Fire was for.
I mean, what do we cut for Blast Fire?
Go to the full list.
It's on the screen.
Ah, okay.
Kazumon just to have hybrid? Oh, that's fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can get behind that. Okay.
How many level 4 are you running?
11. We
Cut one.
Yeah, cut a Pito. Put blast fire. I don't think one blast fire is enough though, right? Like ideally we have a second one.
Yeah, probably should 2.
What do we cut for a second blast fire? Cut a rookie and just play 11 rookies, Heike.
Sure.
Just cut one Patamon, play a second blast fire.
Or cut a Talmon. Are we playing 8 Talmon?
Yeah,
Wait.
It's 4/4 Tau. Oh wait, where's the other Talmon? Oh, I forgot it. What the fuck?
I'm just like, wait, why does this list still have so much
Wait.
room? You're legit just not playing the other Talmon.
Whoopsie, haha, Lamau. Okay, fuck, we have to cut 4 cards.
Rico down to 3.
Okay. Probably get away with 1 mem boost, right? Because we have so much searching inherently.
Yeah. Yeah, this deck actually draws a lot.
Yeah, I know it does.
Cut the crit option by 1.
Alright, cut Patamon, bro. 10 rookies. Am I right?
Just cut the Calamon then if that's the case.
Calamon draws us a card. Oh, it's fine.
More
Yeah,
importantly,
yeah,
Calamon give DP.
Yeah. Oh, we need the DP.
Yeah, the DP actually comes up a lot.
That's crazy. I accidentally cut Patamon when I meant to cut Calamon, but like it worked out. Okay, Pog!
10 rookies, okay.
10 rookies. If Ying can get away with fucking 6, we can get away with 10. Right? Right? Right?
Huh?
Right?
Why are we just playing 7 level 5 instead of 10 rookie?
Dude,
What's wrong with you?
Why can't I be like Ying, man? Why can't I be as good as Ying? No, I'm playing. Okay. Which Tamon do you cut? Do you cut the new one or the old one?
Honestly, I don't remember what they do.
Old Tamon plays Rika. The other
new Talmon is really important because new Talmon allow you to go up really fast. So the way it works is you evolve new Talmon and you play the plugin which evolves Sakuya.
Okay. Very cool. We're good. Kerchow! Wait. Alright, we're good. We did it. Hooray! Alright, I'm tired and hungry. Alright, but yeah, that's the Sakuya list that we threw up. Anywho, so right before we end the stream though, I did want to throw a sneak peek. We will be releasing the BT10 BT10 tier list video sometime later this week after a little bit more playtesting, but this is going to be the thumbnail for it. Obviously, it's not colored in yet, but I hope you guys are looking forward to that banger. Alright. Alright, do you have any last things to say, James?
This format might not be as cursed as
I don't think it'll be cursed, TBH. I think best of 3 is going to solve a lot of our problems.
Yeah, I think I'm just finally glad to be out of BT9 format. Someone just go off and mercy kill Alphamon, please. Just shoot it in the head. Get it out of our lives.
Dude, Alphamon, Melga, and Grandis were all mistakes. Ugh. This shit's so lame, dude. I hate OTK interaction. Yeah, dude, this picture goes hard as fuck.
BT9 is low-key one of the most obnoxious format to play.
I actually think BT9 is the worst format I've played. Fucking hate it. It's so I love playing X Antibody, but fuck man, this format is so mid. It's not even mid, it's dog. It's actually dog.
Yeah. I think this is worse than BT7 format.
They're both pretty
low-key might be worse than Ice Wall format.
No, I think I actually hated BT7 format more than I did Ice Wall format. I can't even lie. Cannot front. BT7 format made me want to actually drive my head up a wall. BT9 format is arguably worse than BT7. I think that one's up for debate, TBH. I think you can argue either.
I think, yeah, because both of those formats are bad in the sense that they warp the gameplay of the format to fit one thing, right?
Yeah, it's not great. What is Jesmon on the thumbnail? Unfortunately, Shoutmon Cross 4 is the more iconic red card. So, but hey, maybe we'll get Jesmon on the next thumbnail.
Did you say iconic?
For the set? Do
You mean relevant? You mean relevant?
Nah, iconic.
This just in. 1-0 Discord is now the X4 Discord. Change this.
Actually,
Changes Jesmon thumbnail into an X4.
It's true. It's true. Alright, I'm gonna go get some dinner. You guys take it easy. Peace out, y'all.